97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Well, I'm the real Dion.
I'm the real Dion.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. She's a hot-looking kid.
She certainly was. So, it's Monday. I enjoyed being at home last night. What did I do? None of your business. I played Rainbow Six on the Xbox 360, eagerly anticipating the release of Halo 3. I watched some Battlestar I watched episode 1, Series 2, Battlestar Galactica. Come on. Come on. Who didn't cry at the end of Series 1 when Adama got shot? Who didn't cry? You heartless pigs. Anyway. What's the phone number? I genuinely don't know it. I've been trying to drill it into my head all day. We have a new phone number. It's here. It's stuck up here on the dais. 0845. Oh, now look, it hasn't been changed on my computer screen. Oh, that's interesting. So that needs to change. I don't know how we do that. If there are any computer hackers who have access to the phone box that runs the system here, could you dive in, because I'm going to read that and look like a muppet. 0845 60 60 973. Is that how we're saying it? Because some places say numbers differently.
6060.
Is that how we're saying it? Okay, so it's 0845 60 60 973. You know. 60 is a 6. No. So, you can give us a call on that. I'll get it wrong for tonight. I'll probably get it wrong for... What month are we in now? September. I'll probably get it wrong for the rest of 2007. And if I do... You have my sincerest apologies, London. I assure you of that. But do call up and make sure that the number's working, because it would be terrible if, for some reason, it wasn't. It's been working all day, so I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be. Actually, got lots of stuff to talk about this evening, which is kind of nice, including... Well, I was going to talk about going to Highgate Cemetery. I had such a middle-class, middle-aged Saturday. And one of the things involved going to Highgate Cemetery. Then I turned on James O'Brien this morning by mistake. I'm joking. And he was talking about cemeteries in London. What are the odds of both of us wanting to talk about cemeteries? So what I need is I didn't really hear much of James's show because I was dashing around. I need someone to call me up 0845 60 60 973 and tell me, what was James O'Brien saying about cemeteries this morning? Because if it's going to step on my toes, then I'm not going to do it. I won't mention the cemeteries. You know, we'll move on and we'll talk about other stuff. But I think I am turning into a very, very old man. There's part of me that, you know, that is still at home playing computer games and is very, very excited at the release of Halo 3 tomorrow on the Xbox 360. Oh, it's going to revolutionise computer gaming. It probably won't, but it's going to be flipping good. And then there's the other half of me that on Saturday went to a flower show in Highgate for a laugh, but I actually quite enjoyed seeing the vegetable. Have you ever been to a flower show? It is the weirdest thing. Well, all it is, it's not just flowers. In fact, there were hardly any flowers there. They had, and it's like a sitcom cliche, but it was fantastic. You'd go into this little hall. There's a tiny hall, and there's all these trestle tables, like with 3 aisles up. And people were displaying, like, a carrot and a tomato. And one guy had wove, like, the tassels of the garlic cloves into a braided thing. It was the weirdest. And then there were people these old men outside holding up, like, literally, it was a cliche, holding up a marrow. Can you believe this, Greeky Lion?
Iain Lee, how are you, my
I'm
friend?
very well, thank you. Holding up, like, a marrow and having their picture taken by the local press. It was the weirdest thing. You know, I'm going to buy the Muswell Hill Journal, or maybe it's in the Highgate, I don't know. If you've ever been to a flower show, what the hell was that like? I swear, listen, I know it doesn't sound like fun. I was there with my girlfriend, we couldn't stop laughing. We were just, like, trying not to laugh. And we kept going, oh, look at these onions. And they've been awarded, like, first place, second place. How do you judge onions? Chris, have you ever been to a flower show? Is it sounding appealing to you?
I've been to the Hampton Court Flower Show.
But that's different.
Why?
Because that's, like, big and full of flowers, I'd imagine. There weren't many flowers here. It was mainly vegetables.
They're not flowers, though.
No, they're not. They're vegetables.
So who won?
Well, I don't know. Different people won. Ever been to a vegetable and flower show?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you saw the vegetables on display?
Well, I grew up in the Cotswolds, so it's like every weekend. It's
really?
Carrots and leeks.
How do you decide that one leek is better than another?
It's all done on colour and shape. And
I thought we would be on that in the 21st century. I thought colour and shape were irrelevant.
Not in
flower shows.
Yeah.
Finish that now. I don't know what happened to Andy. He seemed to have a little...
I was trying to think of vegetable shows, but...
Okay, don't big up your pot. Andy got a little bit nervous there, which is good. Right, so 0845 6060 973 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I know it doesn't sound very rock and roll, but kids, I think I've seen the future. And now, Graham...
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, Graham. You were listening to James O'Brien talking about the cemeteries today, were you?
Yeah, see, he was only getting people to ring in and people that have come across graves with interesting stories. That's all it really was.
Oh, well, I should have phoned up because I saw a brilliant, interesting story and a word I've never heard before. It's now my new favourite word, and I'm going to start a band with this word, right? It was this guy's grave, and he died, I don't know, like 120 years ago. I don't know. And he was a benefactor to the poor, okay? He was a philanthropist. Chris, what's a philanthropist?
I'm busy.
There we go. He's very charitable. And this guy, he helped orphans, and he helped he helped invalids, I think they were described as. And he started, Graham.
Yeah.
He founded a cripplage.
A cripplage?
A home for crippled people. First of all, you don't hear the word cripple anymore. I don't think it's politically correct to say cripple. But cripplage, what a fantastic word.
Cripple?
Well, no, cripple. It's cripplage, you know what I'm saying. And he's obviously a very, very nice guy. So he was just looking for stories on gravestones, was he?
Yes, it was just stories that appear on gravestones, you know, that you obviously have seen people know why they died, but how, and their story, really.
Did he, be honest, Graham, did he get many phone calls?
He had one or two. I rang him, but he didn't take my phone call.
So we're allowing James O'Brien's cast staff to come on the show. Excellent.
I'm afraid not. No.
What was your story then, Graham?
Well, no, it's nothing to do with the story. I'll tell you. There's a very interesting site on the web. It's called findagrave.com.
Yeah.
Brilliant site.
Yeah.
And you just put in famous people, obviously, who have died, and it'll tell you where they're buried, and it'll also tell you other famous people that are buried at that cemetery.
Hey, I tell you what I found. It is fascinating walking around a graveyard. I can't believe that the LBC is covering the cemeteries twice in one day. But hey, that's the new direction, folks, and we're going with it. Found this grave. It was hidden away. And it was in between these really old graves that sort of collapsed. But this one looked quite new, and it had a new sort of wooden cross on it. So we went across and we read it. And it was the saddest thing I've ever read, apart from the babies' graves. They're really sad.
But my cousin got married in Cranfield Church. That's the little church.
Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, back to my story. And so, so this grave said, such and such and such and such died 1908. I thought, well, this is a new cross, isn't it? 1908. Found again 2006. Sorry it took so long. And it was obviously their descendants had never known where they were buried, found them, and put a cross there. Now, when you walk across graves, I don't want to be all disrespectful and stuff, but because you have to, in the Highgate Cemetery and other places like that, you have to walk across the graves if you want to go and look at the other ones. You're supposed to walk on their toes, I think, of the dead people. I think, because I was kind of sort of shilly-shallying, dilly-dallying around them, and like I said, well, no, don't do that. You're supposed to walk on their toes. Is that? I don't know if that's true. 0845 6060 973. It's a slow, sombre start to the show, but I bet you I can get laughs out of graveyards and fruit shows. Flower shows. Is the Alan?
Yeah.
Who's on after 8?
Me.
Oh, where's that Maggie Doyle?
Oh, you liked her, didn't you?
Oh, she had a voice like Irish whiskey.
Yes.
I'm not saying she was a drunk. I'm not saying that at all.
I'll put on my very best Irish accent for you later.
Oh, go on. I want to hear it now because I bet it's really offensive. Go on.
No, I really shouldn't have said that.
Top of the morning to you, sir.
Top of the morning to you.
Yes, it's a little bit racist, but carry on, Alan. Thank you.
Wandsworth Road in Clapham is closed both ways between Lambourne Road and North Street following a police incident there. Now, it's still causing big delays back to Battersea, around 45 minutes worth of delays. Just had a call in on the A3 as well, still solid heading out of town through Rains Park after an accident earlier. And And the A40 in Northolt is still down to one lane heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout. It's after a diesel spill. They're going to have to resurface the road later on this evening, and that will get underway at about 9:30, but there are still serious delays back to the M25. In West Kensington, the traffic lights are still out on the A4 just by North End Road, but that's causing big queues from Hyde Park Corner, and into town it's all the way back onto the M4 now. And Sydney Street in Brompton is partly blocked with a broken down fire engine, so traffic is being guided past that one slowly. On the tubes, delays on the Hammersmith and City and Jubilee lines, and severe delays on the Victoria and Circle lines. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in 15 minutes.
Next time you're away from home but want to keep up to date, remember you can check out the latest news on your mobile phone. Just call 0901 723 6666 and choose News. News.
Concerns are growing that climate change protesters at Heathrow.
You can also select to hear travel and weather updates.
Store 0901 723 6666 into your mobile now and stay in touch with LBC wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
Calls cost 35 pence per minute from a BT landline. Other networks and mobile rates may vary.
News, weather and travel on the go from LBC.
Where does your front door lead? It could lead to this. Or even this.
Good evening, sir, madam. Your usual table on the terrace?
You see, using the value of your home to finance your investments is just one of the strategies that's helped thousands of Inside Track's customers build substantial property portfolios and create more than 200 property millionaires. To find out how, just call 0870 124 4613 to go to a free introductory workshop from Inside Track. It's the start of a program to help you get the best out of property, whether that's buy-to-let, buying a second home, or even a third. How to find them, how to finance them, buying off plan, how to negotiate discounts. Over 100,000 people have already attended free workshops from the UK's leading property education specialists. Join them and see how doors open for you. Book now. Call 0870 124 4613 or go to insidetrack.co.uk.
Wicked, the spectacular smash hit musical, is now in its second spellbinding year. Wicked tells the incredible untold story of the legendary Witches of Oz and why they called one good and the other wicked. Wicked at London's Apollo Victoria Theatre. Call the ticket line on 0870 380 0973. Wicked with LBC 97.3. LBC 97.3.
Iain
Yes.
Good evening.
0845 60 60 973. I'm saying it hesitantly because the phone number's... I've been here for 2.5 years and it's always been that same phone number. And I will get it wrong. Make sure you don't. Put it in your phone, is what they'd say. 0845 60 60 973. Slow start to the show, but good for it. We found out that... I can talk about going to Highgate Cemetery because James O'Brien was only getting stories about gravestones, you've read. What I want to know is, why is it exciting walking around a cemetery? I was having the time of my life going around Highgate Cemetery to the point where we're going back next week. We're going back next week because there's two parts of it. There's the east side and the west side. And we're going to go on the west side next week, because apparently the lady said, it's more romantic in there. What's romantic about corpses? I just don't know. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number, should you wish to give us a call. Don't forget, you can talk about anything you want as well. Don't just, I've got more topics, proper topics. These aren't even topics. This is just my weekend so far and spying on other people's shows. But anything you want to talk about, you can give us a call. It's Morel.
Hello, Iain. You picked a good day for graveyards. It's a full moon tonight.
Oh, really?
Well, I think it is full. The sky's really grey, but
it's good. Chris, it's a full moon. Don't let any of the mentals on tonight. Anyway, Morel.
Anyway, Iain, your thing, your issue of age.
Yes.
I love your show, okay,
yes.
and the way you speak.
Yeah.
I think you're about 70. You're 32, Chris was telling me.
I'm 34.
Oh, well, you've taken a couple of years off you, so obviously you're younger than your age.
Yeah.
Okay, and 34, honey, is not old.
Yes, it is.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You should be more confident than you were in your 20s.
I'm a little bit... Do you know, I'm experimenting with confidence at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm kind of making... Because I know on the radio I'm like this brash idiot who's kind of quite loud and obnoxious, but in real life I'm actually quite shy and quite getting very anxious and nervous about things.
Well, shy and confident... You can be confident and still be a little bit shy.
Oh,
That's
I'm
quite
not.
alluring.
I'm not confident at all. I'm very anxious and very nervous. In the real world, yeah. But I mean, I've been experimenting by making myself do stuff that's a little bit out of my normal boundary.
Such as?
Well, like really small things. I can't really say. I don't really know. But it's little tests that I've set myself, and it seems to be working. But but 30. I used to think that 47 was old. I've now lowered that to 34. 34 is old. Once you get to 36, you're past it.
So I should be getting my bus pass and my Zimmer frame.
Well, how old are you, Morel?
44.
You are very
old woman.
very old.
And do I have to start hobbling down the street and hitting...
Well, no, but I think you have to acknowledge that you are past the best days of your life, that the fun bit of your life has gone, and it's all downhill from here.
Rubbish.
That's
Absolute rubbish.
It's
I'm
what
more
I'm beginning to accept.
financially stable than I ever was in my 20s.
But I know. This is how they should do it, because it all works out wrong. You know, I'm all right at the moment financially, and if the way things are going, by the time I get to 50, I should be quite comfortable. If they keep working. Okay. But I was in my 20s. For my early 20s, first half of the 20s, I was skint, I was signing on, I was borrowing money from my mum. What they should do is they should give you, when you're 18, give you like £1 million or something, or whatever, £500,000.
Oh, wow.
Because wouldn't it be great to spend that money when you're young? I don't want to spend it when I'm old. I don't want, what am I going to buy? Nothing. What, slippers and a new cardigan?
So if 34 and... 34 and...
Yes.
Did say 34. Yeah, 44 are old. What are 50 and 60?
Oh, God, you just don't... Do they actually exist as numbers? I've never heard
But
that
don't
number.
you think, seriously, Ian, for a sec,
Yes.
age is a number. You can be an old...
No.
You can be an old man
Yeah.
at 34.
You're right. You're right there. Age is a number.
It's a number, but it's relative to your personality.
No, it's relative to the date you were born.
All right, it's relative to the date you're born, okay?
Yeah.
But you can get someone that's really, really old at 34. I agree with that. You've got your pipe and slippers.
Yeah.
You never go out, you never
But
do
if you get someone who's 34 and they're still going to nightclubs, popping a few pills, do you know what I mean, going all hanging out with the well, then they look ridiculous.
No, I'm not talking about immature. I'm not talking about for instance, say a 44-year-old that thinks he's got to get a 25-year-old on his arm because he wants to feel good. That's pathetic, okay? I'm talking about acting your age, okay, enjoying life. As you grow older, Ian, you should enjoy life more.
Okay, well, I enjoyed life. I had a perfect weekend going to a flower show and walking around a Highgate cemetery. Now,
yes,
I enjoyed that. Tell me, but tell me that's not old behaviour.
It's not old behaviour.
Oh, it is. And then we went and had a coffee. We went and looked around a flower show, went to a cemetery, then went and had a coffee.
Yeah, but you play computer games.
We walked through a park. We actually walked through a park, even though it was longer. We walked through a park.
Yeah, but didn't you ever walk through a park in your 20s with your girlfriend? You must have.
I don't remember doing that.
You must.
I don't remember doing it.
Okay, well, if you want to, you're going to age yourself before your time.
I'm there.
You really are.
I'm there, honey.
Can I tell you something quickly?
Yeah, go on, Meryl.
There's a house, now I can't remember where it is, talking about graveyards.
Yeah.
And I think it's between Highgate and Archway, and it used to be known as the Hangman House.
Oh, yeah.
All painted black.
Ooh.
And when we were kids, we were told that they practiced black magic. It's on a corner, somewhere around Holloway Road. Someone in the area probably knows the house.
But what's it called?
It was called the Hangman's House. It was a black magic house in the 70s.
The Black Magic House, Hangman's House. All right, okay. Well, if anyone knows, 0845 6060 973. We'll find out, Morel.
Okay, thank
Cheers.
you, Ian.
Bye-bye. There's a danger of turning slightly into Robert Elms, but never mind. It doesn't matter. Lindy.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
He is.
You know, it's not just graveyards that James O'Brien was talking about. On Friday, he was talking about mottos.
Was he really? Hang on.
Yeah.
When did we do mottos?
On Friday, I think.
Oh, nuts. It's like I'm living in James O'Brien's shadow again.
Oh, well, you
Never
Chris
mind.
should be listening to the show and...
Yeah, he should
don't
be.
repeat anything.
Yeah, he should be. And Chris is going to get a Chinese burn at the end of the show tonight. That'll learn him.
It will, though.
Is my voice getting deeper? I'm going to say.
I think so.
Let me say something. This is how I'm talking now. Hang on, let me find. There's got to be a clip somewhere in here of me speaking in the old days. Hang on a minute. I know where I might have one. Okay, look, this is me from, like, I don't know, maybe about a year ago. Hang on, listen to this. Hang on. So, here we go. This is me talking now, right? I'm talking now. And then this is me from about a year ago.
Hello. I'm afraid I can't take your call right now, but if you'd like to leave your name and the reason for calling after the beep, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
possible. Oh, yeah. Hello, I'm afraid I can't. My voice is deeper.
Yeah, it is deeper. That's a sign of being really old as well.
Hello. I'm afraid I can't take your call right now, but if you'd like to leave your name and the reason for calling after the beep, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Thank you. Yeah, my voice has got deeper.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, cool. Anyway, why did you call in?
I called in because I went to a flower show in July. It was the Chipstead Flower Show.
Again, that sounds quite grand and quite big. It wasn't
No,
just like
no, it's not at all. It's a real village one with vegetables and elderflower wine, tasting and jam and cakes.
I went and bought a flapjack, and I went to try and buy some jam, but they'd sold out. You tell me I'm not old. I went to buy some homemade jam at a flower show.
It doesn't matter.
I forgot as well. I went before I went to the flower show. I went to Tesco's and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Oh no, I'm older than you by about 9 years, and I don't enjoy shopping at all now in supermarkets because I've done it too much. You go through that stage where you enjoy it, and then you come out the other side and you hate it.
Oh God Almighty! I didn't buy any toilet paper though. That's anyway. Sorry, it's going off my personal.
And guess who was at the flower show? Chipstead Flower Show.
Nigel Planer.
No, Kate Moss.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So she must be getting old as well.
Yeah, I was just reading a thing in the Daily Mirror. I think it's the Mirror. They've serialised Jason Donovan's autobiography.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very scandalous.
Really?
Oh, it's drugs. It's full of
He did
drugs.
go through a phase.
Well, he did, and I interviewed him, and he denied that he ever had done. But yeah, he's all coming out now saying what it's all about. So I'm going to get that book when it comes out. Jason Donovan's autobiography. Chris, let's get Jason Donovan in. He's got a book out. Let's get Jason Donovan in.
I like Jason Donovan.
Oh, I went and saw him in concert when I was 15 at the Hammersmith Odeon.
I saw him in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and he was good.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan. I've interviewed him before. Chris, get Donovan in by the end of this week. Good lad, thank you. Lindy, I have to go.
All right, then.
Thanks for that. Bye-bye. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone. Oh, Jessica.
Hello.
Can I come back to you after the news?
Of course you can.
Are you sure?
No problem.
Are you not disappointed?
Not at all.
What it means is we can have a longer, proper conversation.
Excellent.
Can you tease London and Sheffield with why you've called in?
Never have two subjects come together so perfectly for me on LBC.
Oh.
Death and flowers and vegetables.
Fantastic. How could you switch off to go and watch the soaps? You can't, can you?
Look out, Britain! Here's Churchill!
Are you the Churchill that really, really guarantees to beat car insurance renewals?
Oh, yes.
Well, as your website's so good, we at yourmoney.com would like to present you this award for Best Online Car Insurance Provider.
Oh?
Would you like to say a few words?
Oh, yes.
OK, go on.
No, that's it. It's me catchphrase. Don't dither Britain. For our best prices, go online at churchill.com. Price guaranteed cover must be on an equivalent basis to ours. 3 claim-free years. Conditions apply.
Bob, Gordon, emergency. My email's down. I know it's Sunday evening. I don't need my IT Johnny to tell me that. What do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to send my chef a last-minute change for my menu.
If your IT at work breaks down, you want it fixed there and then, whatever time of day it is. With an instant IT breakdown recovery service from BT, you get 24/7 support from one of our UK-based experts. So whatever size your business, you'll be back doing what you do best in no time.
I don't care if you're having roast chicken with all the trimmings and the stuffing. If you don't sort it out, I'll personally stuff you. Bob. Bob.
To find out more about 24/7 expert IT support from BT, visit bt.com/business. BT, bringing it all together.
See website for details.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 7:30, I'm Jim Diamond. Gordon Brown's been given a standing ovation for his first speech to his party at the Labour conference. Along with raising the minimum wage and increasing maternity leave from 6 to 9 months, he made education and health the main issues, vowing to increase the number of matrons in hospitals and free wards of superbugs. A serial racist has been jailed for a year. Southwark Crown Court heard Kevin Eady first try to assault 3 police community support officers near Marble Arch before subjecting one of them to a torrent of abuse. The 31-year-old was eventually arrested and charged with 1 count of racially threatening behaviour. Met Police are investigating a murder in broad daylight in Clapham. A man in his 20s was stabbed to death in Wandsworth Road at 4 p.m. No one's been arrested. And the nation's favourite soap stars are finding out right now who's cleaned up at the Inside Soap Awards at the Gilgamesh in Camden. EastEnders actress Cara Toynton and Lacey Turner are both up for gongs, along with Corrie's Tina O'Brien and Emmerdale's Roxanne McKee. London's weather, dry and clear skies with a low of 10 degrees. Right now we have 15 degrees Celsius in Westminster. For tomorrow, a bright start, but there'll be more showers around, and some of those will be heavy by the afternoon. You're with LBC. It's coming up to 7:31.
This is Alan Joyce in the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre. Still, it's a really busy evening on the roads. The A40 in Northolt still down to one lane heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout after a diesel spill. We're still looking at serious delays pretty much all the way back to the M25. They're going to have to resurface the road tonight before they fully reopen it, and that's not going to get underway until 9:30 this evening. So you can expect those restrictions to stay until at least then. Wandsworth Road in Clapham is closed both ways between Lambourne Road and North Street because of a police incident earlier this afternoon. Big delays around Battersea as a result of that. Also serious queues on the A4 Talgarth Road. The traffic lights are not working at North End Road. That's causing queues out of town pretty much all the way from Knightsbridge into town, back past the Chiswick roundabout onto the M4. And the A3 is still crawling out of town from Shannon Corner down to the Malden Junction following an accident earlier there. It's been cleared for a while though. Heading on to the tubes, the Heathrow Terminal 1, 2 and 3 station has now reopened. But there are still delays on the Hammersmith and City and Jubilee lines and severe delays on the Victoria and Circle lines. LBC 97.3 Travel. Your next update is in 15 minutes.
Remember, there's a new way to call London's biggest conversation. Our new number is 0845 60 60 973. So, store it in your phone now for when you next want to take part in one of your favourite shows on LBC 97.3.
At Direct Line Van Insurance, we know how hard it is to run your own business. So, to give you a hand, we won't charge you extra to spread your van insurance payments monthly. Just go to directline.com. Direct Line. A good deal. Better. Offer is subject to status and for first year only. Van insurance available to drivers 21 years and over.
Throughout my life, I've shown an amazing ability to learn, to develop new skills as new challenges are put in front of me. What I am is a learning machine. It's in my DNA. I just can't help myself.
So now, as I go forward into a future where the majority of jobs will need better skills than most people have today, I should remind myself, actually, I'm quite good at learning.
A better future is within our grasp. To find out how to grab it with both hands by improving your skills, call 0800 011 3030. Our future, it's in our hands.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
Cut the music. There we go. So, 0845 60 60 973. You just caught me mid-yawn there. I do apologise. I'm sleeping terribly at the moment, as I always do. I always sleep terribly. I don't know why. Anyway, so, we're talking about Highgate Cemetery, bizarrely, and also flower shows. Now, Jessica reckons she can tie those two together.
I think I can.
Impossible, I say, madam. Impossible!
Okay.
Go on, then.
So, I've got an allotment, and this guy died. This happens quite a lot on allotments because people tend to be quite old.
Yeah. Did they actually die on the allotment?
He did.
Oh, because he was exerting himself a bit, was he? In his shed?
I don't know. I think he died happily in his shed,
Okay.
which is all you can ask for.
It was in his shed, was it?
Yeah.
That's
really.
weird.
But when he died, he left this allotment will. And in the allotment will, he left us his potatoes and his sunflowers.
Oh, that's nice. He left them to you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Specifically.
Yeah.
And obviously there was a funeral and there was a little kind of gathering at the allotment where we all paid our respects to dead Fred.
Yeah.
And his ashes,
Oh, dear.
yeah, were kind of distributed between the kind of 20 allotment holders.
Oh, you can't do that. That's not legal, surely.
I thought that. I mean, maybe kind of, Habiba can call in and say exactly how much ashes are left. But
Yeah.
I thought they'd probably been kind of mixed with a little bit of irrigation soil. or something.
Okay.
But nevertheless, we
Yeah.
got the kind of ashes. And I said, let's sprinkle those on the sunflowers
Yeah.
and the leeks. Yeah?
So you put a dead man on your leek?
Yeah. Now, bear in mind, he'd left us the potatoes already. So they were kind of like inherently dead kind of things. But they grew. They prospered. They were brilliant.
Oh.
The sunflowers died.
Yeah.
We got no sunflowers, whatsoever,
Okay.
off the back of his ashes. But the leeks, you've never seen leeks like that.
So you're saying that helped your leeks grow to phenomenal proportions?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So basically, I've eaten a dead man's leek and potato soup.
Oh, Jessica, disgusting.
No, it's not disgusting. It's lovely, and it's made me think that even now, in sort of, let's hope, 50 years' time, when I die, I'm not going to be buried at Highgate Cemetery or anything kind of, superficial like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be cremated and donate my ashes
To a
my
young
allotment.
woman's leeks.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was any room to get buried anymore. I didn't think you could get buried. I thought you had to be cremated.
Well, I don't know. If you are going to be cremated, it's better that you become a food source than a no source.
Right. I suppose. Well, I don't. I want to get buried, and I want to get buried in Highgate Cemetery, but I don't think you can. I think I thought, and maybe I just dreamt this, that all the cemeteries in the world were full up.
Yeah. Isn't Karl Marx buried in?
Karl Marx is buried there, yes.
Yeah. Well, there's obviously kind of quite a queuing system if Karl Marx is what you've got to live up to.
I tell you what I like on some of the graves, and this is a brilliant idea, and this is what I'm going to do on my grave. And I think this is on Bruce Lee's grave. I can't remember. I saw Bruce Lee's grave in Seattle, that's right. A lot of the graves, a lot of the Greek, the Chinese, there's a lot of Greek and Chinese graves there, and Italian graves, have pictures of the people on there.
Yeah.
Isn't that fantastic?
Well, wouldn't you prefer to become kind of part of the food chain?
No, not at all. I want there to be a big memorial to me. I want all my family to go there once a week, and after 5 years they're allowed to go once a month, and sob and wail and claw at the dirt and beg for me to come back.
Well, you're just punsy. I'd rather be eaten. And Dead Fred, his legacy to us at our allotment has been like...
Big leaks.
It knows no bounds.
Yeah. Wow, that's spooky. Hey, Jessica, you're a girl, aren't you? Yeah. Were you a fan of Sex and the City?
Sort of. I'm not necessarily looking forward to this movie. Because
Well, this is what... there's a film coming... But when it finished about 10 years ago or something, surely there's no one that interested to go and watch a film of it?
I think sometimes you have to kind of realise that something was brilliant and then it wasn't.
Yeah, it was good. Although I've been watching it a bit recently on, like Bravo or Paramount or something. Paramount, I think they show it on. It don't really stand up that well, to be honest.
Not really.
Who was your favourite? Mine was the tarty old blonde woman.
Well, mine was sort of Sarah Jessica Parker because she wore kind of funky clothes.
Oh, no, she was my third favourite. She looks like a horse.
Don't be rude.
Not be rude. I don't think she's that attractive. She's married to Matthew Broderick from War Games, Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. I think she makes the best of not a lot.
I think it'll be a semi-success, a bit like The Simpsons. The Simpsons movie should never have gone to a movie, should it?
No, it was rubbish, really. I thought I enjoyed it, but my favourite, in order, in reverse order. So, number one is the blonde old woman.
Okay.
Number two is the ginger.
Okay.
Number three
She's
is...
become a lesbian.
Sorry?
She's a lesbian now.
In real life?
Yeah.
Nice.
She's quite open about it.
Well done.
Okay to say
Good.
that.
She gets my thumbs up, definitely. Right. Number three is Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah. And number four, way down at the bottom, is that horrible, plain, dark-haired girl. Oh, she's horrible.
I might go and see it on a kind of Sunday afternoon, but...
I'll wait till it's on Sky Movies 3, and then, if I remember to watch it, I will, but I'm not that bothered. Jessica, thank you for that.
All right.
Bye-bye. 0845 60 60973. I can't believe that this is true. I used to quite like Sex and the City because it was fit women being a little bit rude. That's basically what they were doing. Did you ever used to watch it, Chris? You a fan of it?
Sometimes.
Your face is grinning. Look, you loved it. Sometimes it was quite filthy.
Yeah, but the brunette one, she was my favourite.
Well, she's my least favourite, so you can have her.
Thanks.
Andy, who was your favourite?
The ginger one.
Yeah, I like the ginger one. I thought she was very attractive. Anyway, but I just don't see the point in making a film of it like 10 years after. And I've been watching it on Paramount. Did you, Eduardo, you have a relationship with a lady, don't you? So you must have seen Sex and the City at some point.
Yeah, but she watched it. I didn't.
But it was on when you were in the room.
It was in the background, yeah.
But you watched the sexy bits.
I watch all TV sexy bits.
And the bits about shoes and handbags?
It depends what sort of mood I'm in.
If you were in a sexy mood, would you have watched the handbag? If it was a sexy handbag?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to go and see the film?
No.
No. Well, okay, well, here's another one for you then, right?
Okay.
What was your favourite... I wonder if I got the theme tune here. I might have the theme tune. Wouldn't it be great if I had the theme tune? Hang on a second. I don't think I have. What was your favourite... Right, I tell you what, I haven't got the theme tune, so I'm going to play a different piece of music.
Oh, but I'm just going to find it hard to process.
Okay, I'm not going to play the right theme tune.
Okay.
But I'm going to play a different theme tune. But, okay, this will be the clue. What was your favourite sitcom of the late 70s, early 80s?
Late 70s, early 80s.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot its name.
Shall I give you a clue?
Yeah.
Now, bearing in mind that isn't the theme tune, it's the wrong piece of music. To the Manor Born. Bearing in mind that is the wrong theme tune, so have a guess, it's To the Manor Born. What is it?
To the Manor Born.
It's to the... Well done, yes, I don't know how you got it from that. Yes, to the... Well, they're making a To the Manor Born special.
Really?
Peter Bowles and the who was the woman in it? What was her name?
Margot
Lynn
from The
Foldswood.
Good Life.
Peter Bowles and Margot from The Good Life are going to get back together. Chris, you probably don't remember To the Manor Born, do you? You're
I
too
want to
young.
be like Peter Bowles when I'm older.
No, he doesn't remember. Chris doesn't remember. I want to be like Peter Bowles. Wasn't he Polish in it? And Margot from he was a Pole in it, I thought.
He was a gentleman.
No, he wasn't. He was a Polak.
I think it was something else.
And I thought that Margot from not Ask Anthony. What was she from?
The Good
Duty
Life.
Free, The Good Life. Margot was a little bit racist.
Duty Free.
Margot was a little bit racist and didn't like him living in the manor house. Because didn't she get kicked out of the manor house?
I have no idea.
And-
I'm disagreeing with you, yes.
What?
I don't know. I don't know the story.
Well, okay. Anyway, they're making a special of that. What's the point of that?
Oh, no, that would be good.
It'd be
I
rubbish.
I like the modern day remakes of things.
But the modern day remake of Hello Hello was a cheat because it was just flashbacks.
Oh, Hello Hello is brilliant.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, it is.
It is awful.
No, Hello Hello
You're
is
very
brilliant.
close to getting cut off.
So is Duty Free.
No, they were stuck in Spain forever. Why were they stuck in Spain for so long?
Because it was just brilliant.
Well, that doesn't answer the question. The question was, why were they stuck in in Spain for so long?
Because it was sunny. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Ask a writer.
Oh, all right, Eduardo. Have you been drinking? Because you're very feisty.
No, I'm just... You really... You touched a chord with me and you made me look inwards into myself.
What?
And I became depressed, which is probably, coming out as anger.
So what has depressed you?
Was
To
your
the Manor Born?
Sunday? No, your Sunday thing. It made me, you said you were getting old, and then I just remembered what I did on Sunday.
Eduardo, if I'd have done all that on a Sunday, that would be fine. I did it on a Saturday.
Oh, but Saturday's a holy party day.
Yeah, exactly. And I was going to Tesco's and enjoying it, going to a flower show, and going round a cemetery. So what did you do Sunday then?
You had company, right? I'll tell you what I did.
Go on.
I woke up at 7:30 on a Sunday. Bad move straight away. Okay, switched the radio on, and I thought, I'll go out.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go and have a look at
Oh, what were you listening to the radio, were you? About 7:15 or something?
Yeah.
Okay, nice one. Did you enjoy it?
No, it was some old dude banging on about Marks and Spencer.
Okay, right.
So, anyhow,
Yes.
I thought there's this old house that I want to look at.
This old house that I want to look at.
So I went to the old house,
That you want to look at.
and it was shut.
Oh. What was it?
So then I went and had a coffee
Yeah.
by myself
Yeah.
in an Algerian cafe
Oh, yeah.
and a pastry,
Yes.
reading the paper,
Okay.
and then I came back home and we went to Tesco's.
Yeah.
And that was my Sunday.
I've had to fade Eduardo down there because I suspect that all of... Eduardo, you can't be heard. I'm cutting you off now. I suspect all of the listeners now want to kill themselves. Don't worry, he's gone. 0845 60 60 973. It's the travel news now with Alan Joyce.
It's a busy evening on the roads. The A40 in Northolt is still down to one lane heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout after that diesel spill from earlier on. It's causing serious queues still all the way back to the M25 and affecting the surrounding routes. And they're going to have to resurface the road later on this evening, which will get underway at about 9:30. Wandsworth Road in Clapham is closed both ways between Lambourne Road and North Street because of a police incident. That's still causing delays around Battersea. In West Kensington, the traffic lights are not working on Talgarth Road, just by North End Road. Now that's causing queues out of town still, pretty much all the way back to Hyde Park Corner, but into town looking even worse. The queues go beyond the M4 and are pretty much all the way back to the Heston services. Do add your updates if you're there. 08000 68 60 80. The A3 is still at a crawl going out of town from Shannon Corners to Malden after an accident earlier. And Golders Green Road in Golders Green is still closed both ways, just by Armitage Road. That's because of a fire. Heading onto the tubes tonight, there are delays on the Hammersmith and City, Bakerloo and Jubilee lines, and severe delays on the Victoria and Circle lines, but at least the overground trains are running on time. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
Does your mobile pick up FM? Remember, listen to London's LBC 97.3 when you're on the move.
For over 15 years, Galliard Homes have helped their investors achieve maximum capital growth potential. And we now announce our latest superb riverside regeneration. New Capital Quay, Greenwich Waterside. NCQ, located in one of London's fastest growing regenerating areas, offers stunning river views to the vast majority of apartments. Galliard are offering their unique base rate tracker income guarantees for up to 5 years on selected apartments. Prices start from under £300,000, with completions from 2011. Galliard believe your investment could provide vast capital growth prior to ownership. You can also exchange contracts with just £1,000, and there may be nothing further to pay until 2011. And remember, on selected apartments, the income received will be linked to the base rate for up to 5 years, allowing financial peace of mind for this term. Don't miss our new Capital Key sales launch on the 29th and 30th of September at the Millennium Hotel, London Mayfair. Call 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 now, or visit galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Where are you off to, mate?
Dublin.
Oh, yeah? Who with?
Aer Lingus.
Right. Heathrow it is, then.
No, Gatwick. Aer Lingus fly from there now too.
With flights from Gatwick and Heathrow from just £26 each way, including taxes and charges, no one makes it easier to get to Dublin than Aer Lingus. So whether on business or pleasure, choose the airport that's handiest for you when you book at airlingus.com.
That Dublin's a lovely place, mate. Never been there, mind you.
And minimise the grief of getting there. Terms and conditions apply. Gatwick route opens October 28th.
Hello, I'm the Managing Director of Galliard Homes, and I'm here to remind you about the sales launch for New Capital Quay at Greenwich Waterside. Come and join us and you'll have the opportunity of speaking to me personally about our exciting regeneration plans for NCQ, with completions commencing in 2011. That's the sales launch for New Capital Quay this Saturday and Sunday at the Millennium Hotel, London Mayfair. Call 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 or visit galliardhomes.com.
Iain Lee's
Alrighty. Chris and I, my producer, have had a productive little spark. We've come up with 4 features for James Max's show. 4 excellent features. All of them will hopefully be used at some point. Of course, I should have sold them to him, but I'm a fool. So, 0845 60 60 973. We've not covered any of the topics. Although we're starting to, because the Sex and the City and To the Manor Born were kind of potential topics. But is anyone even vaguely interested in the Sex and the City? It really seems like the wind has gone out of the sails of that one a little bit, doesn't it? You'd think it kind of is, no one is interested. And To the Manor Born, To the Manor Born special? Seriously? Are you having a laugh? You won't be having a laugh if you watch that, because it'll be rubbish. It'll be absolutely... the story behind... You don't remember it at all, do you, Chris?
I remember The Good Life.
OK, well, Margot from that... she was a posh lady who got moved out of her manor house, like a big manor house, and it was bought by a Polish man, James Bowles. He had a moustache. She was a little bit racist, didn't want him living there. Then they fell in love, and I think they did it.
Did she move back in?
I think that was probably the last episode, yeah. I don't really know. If someone can tell us, how did To the Manor Born end? 0845 60 60 973. It's Mark.
Good evening, Liam. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, Mark. What can I do for you?
Can't do anything for me, really. Do you want to hear a story, my creepy story, trip to Highgate Cemetery?
Oh, yes, I do, sir.
Okay, now what I'm going to tell you is absolutely truthful, okay?
Okay.
Believe me on this.
Okay.
Right, 20 years ago, a friend of mine was a security guard at Highgate Cemetery.
Yeah.
And 20 years ago was when we had the storms in October. Okay, remember the storms?
Yes, I do remember the storms, Mark.
Yeah. So he said to me, "Hey, Mark, come up to the cemetery and I'll show you some wonderful things."
Oh, no. I think I can guess where this is going. Go on.
No, but this is truthful, believe me, okay? So anyway, a group of us went up there and we walked around the cemetery with him with his torch, and he said to us, things are sort of, tombs have opened up, etc., because of storms. Now, it was really surreal because there were sort of a graveyard, the old crosses, the old stoneworks, flooded in water, and it was really strange to see that. And some of the trees were sort of split open by the winds. They're all creaking, the wind is really, really creepy. Anyway, he's showing this place called The Circle, which where the Frankenstein films are made. All it is there's a ring of crypts in the circle, about 12 foot below ground.
Right.
You walk down the stairs, and they were all concreted up.
Right.
So I said to my friend, why are they all concreted up? He says, because there are things in there which people believe are vampires, and the council have...
Hang on a sec. Well, hang on a sec. I'm going to stop you there. You're saying that there is a crypt that is concrete up because there are vampires in it?
All the doors, all the old sort of cast iron doors have been sort of concreted up.
Because of vampires?
They say there's vampires in
Okay,
there.
carry on.
Okay, carry on, okay. And so we walked around a bit more, and we came to this open tomb. And I looked down below, and there was a black skeleton. For some reason, they are black, okay? Victorian sort of, and there's a ring on there.
Yeah.
A big ring. Well, let's try and get this ring. So I got this twig, and I tried to go through the hole, through the opening, and try and get this ring off. But all of a sudden I thought, hang about, maybe not, it's the bad omen here, don't nick the bloody ring.
Yeah, don't steal rings from dead people, Mark, that's a given.
Precisely. Anyway, for some reason, we got split up, the group I was with and these other people. So I was walking around, and we went back to his portal cabin, and there was a book he showed, said, "Here, Mark, this is my incident book." Because all it is a lot of weirdos go there with animal sacrifices for cats, all these stupid things. And he said, "Look, yesterday I caught some intruder, and in his bag, in his rucksack, he had a hammer and a crucifix and all this rubbish, yeah? A lot of weirdos go there, believe it or not, which you don't probably know, hear about. Anyway, the people who got lost banged on the portal cabin door, all being two females, you know what they're like, always scared of anything.
Yeah, blooming girls, rubbish, aren't they?
You know what girls are like. And they were really shaking. They said, "Mark, did you see that person running around the cemetery?" I said, "What person?" She says, "It was a dwarf in a red coat." I said, "I'll leave it out." I said, "Have you seen that film, what's that film? Don't Look Now."
Ghostbusters 2?
No, Don't Look Now.
Don't Look Now.
But, so we went out to find these things, and obviously we didn't find anything. But anyway, what I'm trying to say to you is...
Please, Mark, do say it.
Is people go to Highgate Cemetery, all these weirdos,
Yes.
probably every night or every weekend,
Yes.
and do weird things.
But it's all locked up, they can't get in.
No, the west side, there's the east and the west side. The east side is where Karl Marx is buried. The west side is the horrible side.
Yeah, but the west side's locked. It's all locked up.
Yes, they have security guards there.
Yeah, well, how do people get in there then to kill cats?
Well, because there's a block of flats near there, and there's a little wire fence. All there is climb over the fence,
I
right?
did. All right, I spotted that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes on all the time because he's in this book.
All right.
I can't believe people believe in it still. But anyway, there you go, Ian.
All right, Mark. Thank you for that.
Good night, then.
Did I? I've just had a respected BBC news journalist email in, a news journalist who was on BBC 1 o'clock news today. Lead story, vampire story true. Now, that's guff. That is guff, isn't it? 0870 60... No, that's the old number. There we go. Oh, dear. 54 minutes to get it wrong. That's not bad going. 0845 606090. How many times am I allowed to get it wrong before I get the sack or get fined, Chris?
3 strikes and you're out.
Oh, really? So does that count as a strike?
Yep.
Oh, dear.
When one thinks of designer names, one thinks of Bond Street, the home to all things stylish. But for me, the real home of designer names is Ballard's Lane, North Finchley. That's where you'll find the Curtain Factory outlet and all their designer name curtain and upholstery fabric, which they sell for just $6.99 a metre, excluding VAT. It's designer heaven without the hellish price tag. Visit curtainfactoryoutlet.co.uk or call 0208 492 0093. VAT inclusive price, $8.21 per metre.
I took the inside track.
I took the inside track.
I took the inside track.
Over 65,000 people have attended Inside Track's free introductory workshop since 2002 to see how they could profit from property without going round the houses. Inside Track 0870 1244 614 or insidetrack.co.uk.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Nick. Hello, Nick.
Hello, Harvey.
What?
That's good evening in Greek. I think we should take, good evening, we should have different agendas, different languages.
Different languages. All right, so go on, do it in Greek again.
Galavardi.
Garaborbi.
No, Vradi.
Garavardi.
No, Galo.
Valo.
No, Galo, K for K.
Kalo.
Vradi.
Kalovardi.
Yeah.
All right, well, it works for me.
Well, it worked for me.
Well, good. Are you a Greek?
Yeah.
I
am the original Greek, not like a Greek Iain who rings up Radio London and claims that's the best radio station.
Cook. Here we go. Kuklamu.
I have been more.
Yeah. Anyway. Audio Golo.
About cemeteries.
Yeah.
I was going to ring up about cemeteries.
Yes.
You know, just touching on the Sex and the City,
Yes.
my wife, go Sky Plus, 70% she's used up with all that Sex and the City.
She does what?
She's recorded 70% of Sky Plus.
No, that's not what Sky Plus is for.
Absolutely. You know when you go through the Sky Planner and you go down, it's Sex and the City.
But the thing is as well, girls are different from men in that, if there was 70% was like, I don't know, Rocky films or something, I don't know, or a TV series like Battlestar Galactica or 24, a man could sit down and watch all that. A woman will never, ever watch all of that. She just won't do it. And she doesn't... Women don't respect the linear qualities of a series and how you've got to do it like that, and she won't watch it. Delete it, Nick.
No, but she's watched them already, see? So when I go through them to try and, free up a bit of space,
Yeah.
I go, have you said, yeah, I've seen that about 3 times. Well, why is it on there again?
Disgusting.
We digress.
Yes.
Cemeteries. I was in Spain a few weeks ago, and we was driving past, and we saw this cemetery that looked a little bit unusual. So we've got to pull over. It's not something you do on a holiday.
No.
Anyway, we did. And I was saying to Chris, they seem to be, how can I explain? They're lined up in like rows of 3.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I don't know if you've come across this, or any of your listeners that have come across this, but it's quite bizarre.
Yeah.
They're the length of a coffin, yeah, and they look like a filing cabinet. And they're all done out of marble, and on the outside of them, they're like a square, because the size of a coffin. On the outside, they've got a picture of the person and when he died. It's all in space, you can't understand it. But inside, they are the length of a coffin, but are they coffins inside with the original bodies, or are they...
Well, hang on, but what are they made? Are they actually filing cabinets? Now, what are they? Well, they look like...
They look like, but I'm using that as an example, they look like a marble filing cabinet. They're 3 stories high,
Right.
3 coffins square size high, and they go on for about, I don't know, 20 coffins. That's one row, and there's rows and rows and rows.
that'll be coffins in. It's like a sort of weird kind of crypt, then.
Yes!
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can't get my head around it.
Nick, calm down. It's not you in there. Imagine if you woke up in there one day, though. Imagine waking up and you're in a filing cabinet for the dead. File under dead. What's a good name for a TV series? File under dead.
I can't believe that.
Nick, listen, thank you for that.
Also, as well...
Oh, God, blow. You got 10 seconds.
Gaudy. You know you say things are gaudy. Where's that come from?
Gaudy?
Gaudy. That looks really gaudy.
Well, gaudy's a word. It means, like, garish.
It doesn't. It comes from Gaudi, the Barcelonian man.
Oh, I can't be bothered. Right. Where did that come from? But it does mean garish. It may come from Gaudi, the artist and the architect. Anyway, right, more of your calls after the latest LBC News, I think.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 8, man's jailed for 10 weeks after being caught on camera driving faster than anyone else ever caught by a speed trap. Man stabbed to death in Clapham, and standing up for British values, Gordon Brown gives his first speech to the Labour conference as Prime Minister. It's 8 o'clock. I'm Katie Brethwick. A man from northwest London caught driving at 172 miles an hour is beginning a 10-week jail sentence tonight. Tim Brady, who's from Harrow, is the fastest ever person caught speeding in Britain. He was spotted by police near Abingdon in Oxfordshire after taking a Porsche from where he worked without his boss's permission. Roger Vincent from the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents says Mr Brady's punishment should deter other reckless drivers.
It shows these people who are taking these reckless risks on our road are being caught, they are being brought before the courts, and they will be punished.
A murder inquiry is underway in Clapham after a man was stabbed to death during this afternoon's rush hour. We're told the victim's a man in his 20s. It happened just after 4 o'clock this afternoon in Wandsworth Road. The air ambulance was called, but he couldn't be saved. Roads are closed in the area while investigations take place. No one has been arrested. Gordon Brown's promised to stand up for Britain and British values in his first speech to his party's conference as Prime Minister. He announced new policies on education, health and gun crime. He's promising elections for the House of Lords and a minimum wage raised to £5.52. Mr Brown got a standing ovation for his speech, lasting just over an hour, following these words.
I will stand up for British values. I will stand up for a strong Britain. And I will always stand up for you.
A family has been left devastated after their pets were apparently killed and pushed through letterboxes. 2 rabbits and 5 guinea pigs, 4 of which were pregnant, were stolen from a back garden in Rotherham in South Yorkshire. Animal remains were later found smeared over cars, in gardens, and pushed through letterboxes a mile away in Wath-upon-Dearne. And former heavyweight fighter Mike Tyson has pleaded guilty to drug possession and driving under the influence. He was arrested in Arizona last December after being spotted driving erratically as he left a nightclub and nearly colliding with a sheriff's car. The ex-boxer was carrying cocaine and had traces of marijuana in his system. He could be jailed for more than 3 years when he's sentenced in November. Travel-wise, the A40 in Northolt still down to 1 lane heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout after a large diesel spill. If you're away from your radio and want to stay in touch with the latest news, weather and travel, don't forget you can call 0901 723 6666. Calls cost 35 pence a minute from a BT landline. Other networks and mobile rates may vary. London's weather, dry tonight with clear skies, lows dipping down to 10 Celsius. Right now in Blackheath it's 15 degrees. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:49 and tomorrow bright to start off with. This is LBC, it's 8:03.
Remember, there's a new way to call London's biggest conversation. Our new number is 0845 6060 973. So, store it in your phone now for when you next want to take part in one of your favourite shows on LBC 97.3.
Don't miss the now even bigger British Airways World Offers sale. Book by midnight Tuesday at ba.com.
Look around you. How many of the people around you right now could become ill at any time? At GlaxoSmithKline, we undertake medical research to develop new drugs for today and tomorrow. We just need you to help us with our clinical trials at our research unit at Clinical Imaging Centre London. You'll be paid for your time and commitment if you take part in a study. So, if you're healthy and aged between 18 and 60, then call us today on 0800 707 6068. That's 0800 707 6068. Help us help people to do more, feel better, live longer.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
Tennis balls are wicked.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sweet, sweet, sweet.
LBC 97.3 is 0845. It's a new phone number, by the way. I've got it wrong once, 2 more times, and I'm out of here. 0845 60 60 973 is the number to give us a call. So, what are we talking about this evening? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. I'm really old now. Went to a flower show at the weekend and then to Highgate Cemetery. So we're talking about cemeteries a bit, even though James O'Brien did it. I've been doing some research. Yeah, I googled it. During the news about the Highgate vampire, there's something in it. There's a Highgate Vampire Society. And then you click on the link to go to the main bloke, David Farrant, and he looks a bit, he looks like the kind that would believe in vampires, shall we say. It's, let's leave it. But, Chris, can we get David Farrant, the Highgate Vampire Hunter, onto the show?
Yes.
Write it down. Farrant. David Farrant. Let's get that dude on the show. That will be something special. His website's, well, it's not anymore. So 0845 6060 973. Now, also, we've asked, is anyone even vaguely interested that there's a Sex and the City film coming out? There can only be a handful of people. It was an all right. It was quite a good TV show at the time because it kept women happy because it was about shoes, and it kept men happy because there were raunchy bits in it, and there were 4 sexy women in there. 2. But I've been watching some recently on Paramount. It's kind of on, I think, when I get in. It don't really stand the test of time. It just seems a little bit dated, a little bit lame now. So the film of it, really? Are you excited about it? Are you a lady? Are you excited about it? The people who it's aimed at? 0845 6060 973. No one, surprisingly, has called in to say, Ian, to the Manor Born special at Christmas. Wow! Get me some of that action. That's what I want. So if anyone can call in and say they're looking forward to the Manor Born, then do. But this is the last. I know people get annoyed when you talk about TV on the radio, but it's been there's a lot of TV news, and Sex and the City is film, so it's not TV. But did anyone watch? I only saw 5 minutes of it because I wanted to see how they did the special FX. Well, they were neither special nor effective. This Elton John ting. Saturday night, I think it was. Like an Elton John documentary with loads of, old footage, which in itself I would have been quite interested in. Some footage of Elton John from the 70s. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But what they did was they then superimposed new Elton John. So, fat, tubby old Queen with, sensitive, talented young singer-songwriter. And I thought it was going to be like Forrest Gump style, where Forrest Gump gets to meet Nixon and John Lennon and all that, where you can't see the joins. Interestingly, if anyone has seen Forrest Gump recently, can you see the joins now? Because I remember when it came out, it was like groundbreaking, the bit where he's playing ping pong. If you've seen Forrest Gump recently, can you see the joins where they superimpose him? Anyway, I thought it'd be all really good and cool special effects. I watched it, it was rubbish. It was absolutely... You remember on Play School years ago, where the guy would go, I've got some magic paint. You don't remember this. He'd go, I've got magic paint. Watch this. And he'd get... What it was like green paint. And he'd paint on a bit of paper, and it would superimpose a picture of a leopard or something, because it was just green screen. So he'd go, look, I've got magic paint, look, and he'd just do that. And it was that kind of special effect. You could see, like, the sort of fuzzy bits around the edges of Elton John where he'd been superimposed. And the script was really lame and rubbish. Look at his hair. He'll be going bald soon, referring to himself in a knowing way. It was awful. And I wouldn't have minded a nice documentary about Elton John. I could have quite enjoyed that. And then I would have switched it off when it got to about 1982. But no, it was just this awful, knowing, smug, bad special effects rubbish. And it had been hyped for ages. Absolutely ages. It was guff. Now, if anyone saw that, 0845 60 60 973. Ben, you didn't watch the Elton John thing, did you?
No, when was that on?
Saturday night.
No, I didn't see it, unfortunately.
Oh, it was absolutely awful. Awful, awful, awful.
Doesn't sound like I missed much.
No, you missed nothing, Ben. Why did you call in then if it wasn't to talk about Elton John?
Well, I didn't phone up initially to talk about Sex and the City, but I've just been listening to you talk about it.
Yeah.
I won't be watching the film.
No.
No. My housemate at university used to make... It was 4 boys and her, and that was the one time she was allowed to watch what she wanted on TV.
Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Because I quite enjoyed it the first time round, because it is a little bit raunchy, and you sometimes see a bit of boob or something. There's something in there for blokes, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, occasionally I'd go in and sit down and watch it with her rather than do some work. But
yeah.
It's not really anywhere near my top of...
No. But I'm not sure if even women would want to go and see the film, because it's so... If they were showing on the telly as like, a Sex and the City, a special, an hour and a half special, then maybe it would get a bit of an audience. But for the cinema, that seems to be stretching the point a little bit too much.
Doesn't seem to work. But the brunette lady is nice though, so I'm a Chris on that one. So.
Oh, okay. I thought she was just too posh and nothing special, whereas the blonde one is a little bit dirty. I thought the ginger one was really pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Not my.
Okay, that's fine. We're all sorted if we go out on a date with them.
Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? There's no competition.
No, exactly. Anyway, was there anything else?
Yeah, I was just phoning up about your old man activities.
Oh yeah.
So, are you married?
I'm not married, but I'm courting.
Okay, because I've got a girlfriend as well, and it sort of just strikes me sometimes the things we do
Yeah.
are a bit, like what you maybe do when you're older. And I'd never do that if I was single or just out with my friends.
Like what? What old things have you been doing?
Well, things like going row a boat down a canal.
Yeah, that's an old thing to do, isn't it?
Sort of
How old are you, Ben?
I'm 26.
Oh, so it's got you early.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm sort of torn in two directions. Do I do the walking through the park and cups of coffee, or do I just go out and get battered?
Walking through the park and what?
Cups of coffee.
Oh, cups of coffee.
What do you say?
I cannot say what Chris and I thought you said, but everyone listen back to the podcast. It's that thing. You're still young enough to get a balance. I've given up now, and I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy it a lot. I had and that's what makes when you're doing the boat thing down the canal and cups of coffee. Are you enjoying it? Or are you resenting it?
I resent going, but then when I'm there, I tend to enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, it was my suggestion to go to the flower show, and I loved it. So I think I've crossed that line.
Yeah,
There's still time for you, Ben, to save your young soul.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the balance, but it's difficult to
Yeah.
do that. But I was just talking about graveyards as well.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know if can you talk about your other projects on the radio?
Probably not. Which one?
Your podcast.
Oh no, I'm probably not allowed to anymore.
You're not.
No.
What about if a listener raises the subject?
But then I have to say thanks for calling, Ben. Have a shindiggerous evening.
I will do.
There we go. Good lad. So 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number. Chris is in the Isle of Man. In the Isle of Man or on the Isle of Man?
On the Isle of Man.
On the Isle of Man, but we're in London. Yeah, okay.
You're in London, I'm on the Isle of Man. I would normally
Don't
agree
show
with
off
you
about it.
that... hello?
Yes?
I'd normally agree with you that people who talk about television on radio,
Yeah.
it's wrong. But Sex in the what?
What?
Sex in the what?
City.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of it?
No, never heard of it. Rubbish. Complete rubbish. Anyway, that's not why I'm calling.
No, hang on. Is it rubbish because you've never heard of it? It must be considered rubbish.
Absolutely.
Well done, sir. I like this man's attitude. I like the cut of your jib. Your
Thank
jib
you.
is cut well.
Nevertheless,
Yes.
one taketh and one taketh away, and one giveth.
Are you a
to
fan
one
of To the Man Are Born?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm appalled with you. I'm disgusted,
Uh-oh.
Ian.
What?
Hang on a minute.
Yes.
You have missed
Yes.
one of the most famous person's birthdays today.
How do you know I've missed it?
Well, you've missed it.
No. How do you know I'm not
you haven't
planning?
mentioned it.
How do you know I'm not planning to do it for the last hour?
Well, maybe you are. But then you've done it before, which is why I kind of think you won't do it again. This famous person...
Okay, well then, shall I tell you that we actually planned a special for 9 o'clock? Shall I tell you that?
Yes, do it.
Okay, well, we've planned a special for 9 o'clock.
Right. About what?
About this person's celebrity birthday today.
Have you? I'll be
Yes.
listening.
Yes, we'll make sure you are.
Thank you.
Shall I give you any clues?
You can if you want to. No, that's a television advert.
The Candyman, the Candyman can.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. We hadn't planned anything. Just very quickly during that, Chris typed up on my screen, Anthony Newley is who he's talking about. We hadn't planned anything. Right, after 9 o'clock, we're celebrating Anthony Newley's birthday. Oh! Now, someone is doing an Anthony Newley show. Lenny Beige, who is a brilliant comedian, who I haven't seen for ages, is doing an Anthony Newley show, and I can't go. He's invited me to go along, and I can't go. He's doing it every Wednesday night from October the 4th, I think, through to... and I haven't got the details in front of me. I will get those up, and we'll mention those after 9 o'clock as we celebrate Anthony Newley's birthday. So, are you a fan of To the Manor Born? Probably not. Did you enjoy the Elton John thing on Saturday, or did you think it was rubbish? 0845 6060 973. It's the travel news now with Alan Joyce.
And if you're heading into Northolt on the A40, it's still down to just one lane as you head into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout. It's all following a diesel spill which happened during the latter part of this morning, and they've got to resurface the road before they can fully open it, and that's going to get underway in just over an hour's time. So obviously the lane closures are not likely to change before then. Still serious delays pretty much all the way back to the M25, but if you're there to add your updates, 08000 68 60 80. Wandsworth Road in Clapham is still closed both ways between Lambourne Road and North Street. That's after a police incident there. Also looking at big queues in West Kensington. The traffic lights are not working on Talgarth Road just by North End Road, and that's causing big queues out of town from South Kensington. Into town is solid back from the Chiswick roundabout, and even affecting the M4 from Heston as well. The North Circular has 2 lanes blocked southbound at Neaston with a broken down van. That's causing delays back to Staples Corner. Golders Green Road is still closed both ways just between Armitage Road and Ravenscroft Road because of a fire. That's causing delays near Golders Green Station. And now the M25 has a lane block clockwise at junction 23 for South Mims. That's because of an accident. On the tubes, delays on the Hammersmith and City, Bakerloo, Victoria and Jubilee lines, and severe delays on the Circle line. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
Is Nick Ferrari a sex symbol? Reviews are mixed.
You reckon I could do it for you in the bedroom, Monica?
You could, yeah, in a big way.
Well, that's...
No, he's got a face on his flap. He looks arrogant, surly, he's moody. He's just charismatic. It's just effortless. His hair's always looks greasy like it needs washing. Oh, he's sex on legs. He's someone to laugh at, but he doesn't do it for me in the bedroom. Sexy and simmering. I mean, women of the UK, you love that kind of guy.
What does this say about all these ladies that think he's a sex object? The man is a total wally.
Make up your own mind. Listen to Nick Ferrari at breakfast, weekday mornings from 7. LBC 97.3.
If you're thinking of surrendering an endowment policy, you could score more by selling through AAP. Call our winning team on 0845 073 1960.
If you want to spend more time working out of the office, or from the comfort of your own home like James O'Brien does, then go to mypc.co.uk could make your life a whole lot easier, as it means you can take your office with you wherever you go. And if you log on to lbc.co.uk right now, you can watch James' online video demo recorded at his house and get yourself a free trial of Go to My PC. James O'Brien, Tuesday mornings from 10, working at home with gotomypc.co.uk. LBC 97.3. LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee, good evening.
We were... sorry.
6060
Thank you, Nigel. I forgot an hour ago, Giselle, I think, called in and asked if anyone knew anything about Hangman's House on, where was it? Holloway Road, was it, I think? No one's called in so far, so I guess they don't, Giselle. Is that the answer to your question? No one has called in either about To the Manor Born or the Elton John programme. I can believe that nobody is excited about To the Manor Born because it was absolute tosh when it came out. Absolute middle-class, bland guff that had nothing exciting or amusing or even vaguely interesting about it. Just the same old turgid BBC One sitcom. But I am surprised that no one's called in about the rubbish Elton John thing that was on Saturday. Awful. Really hyped up and using the latest special effects. Elton John goes back in time to meet Elton John. It was that kind of thing. Rubbish. Absolute guff. 0845 6060 973. In fact, is there anyone more overrated than Elton John? He did a couple of good songs in the set, like a couple of good songs. Although saying that, I'm struggling to think what they might be. Chris, you name any good Elton John songs?
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man was all right, yeah. Andy, any good Elton John songs?
Tiny Dancer.
Everyone says that. It's rubbish.
Daniel.
No, rubbish.
That Marilyn Monroe one that you messed up for Princess Di?
No, that's rubbish. So you can't name it.
Obviously not.
I'm Still Standing was good, wasn't it? I'm still standing. Yeah. Go on.
Saturday.
Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. That was a good one.
What was that called?
I've got no idea. Oh, Nikita, you will never know anything about my home. I'll never know how good it feels to hold you, Nikki. It's about a Russian woman. What other songs? Well, you must have done another song.
Can you feel the love tonight?
That was from the Lions. He does. Fair play, actually, he's done some pretty good songs.
Yeah, I like him.
I wanna kiss the bride. La la da, 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 do. I don't know that one very well. I know that line.
I don't think that was.
He did. I do want. I want to kiss the bride. All these ironic songs. He must have done another good. Jason, do you know any good Elton John songs?
Apart from that Lion King one, I don't really know any other ones. The Saturday one's good.
Oh, he did. I know what he did. Here's one. This will take you back. And this will take you back to being driven to school in my mum's car. It's no sacrifice.
Yes, that's a good one.
No but you'll go, no sacrifice.
No sacrifice.
No sacrifice. And of course the B-side of that, it was a double A-side. And the other A-side was a horrible song called Club at the End of the Street, which had a really weird animated video. Oh, that's where we'll meet, at the club at the end of the street. Anyway, there we go. Good Elton John songs, ladies and gentlemen. We've turns out all of his 80s canon was excellent, and the much-hyped 70s material was guff. Anyway, Jason, what can I do for you?
So we can confirm he is overrated.
His 70s period was overrated. His 80s was fan-dabby-dozy.
Splendid.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Oh, what a spooky good evening that was. It sent a shiver down my spine.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't supposed to work.
Oh.
Why is everyone in a vampire mode?
Well, because we were talking about Highgate. I was talking about Highgate Cemetery, and then apparently there's a vampire there.
Because, I've got a trip to Transylvania at the end of October.
Did I know that? Who are you? Do I know you?
I must have told you.
Okay.
I'll get some vampire autographs up there, I reckon.
I reckon you could get some famous vampire. Oh, the BFI are having a season of Dracula films. I got sent my BFI catalogue. I joined the BFI. I haven't been since I joined. I got sent my catalogue. I might go and see some vampire films.
Who's the most famous vampire?
Dracula. No, it's not. It's the Count from Sesame Street. No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not. It's Count Dracula.
One candle. We have two candles. No. We have three candles,
Mate,
boys and girls.
Mate, he wasn't Indian.
Well,
I love the Count.
Anyway, I've got a complaint.
Oh gosh, I'm very sorry. What can I do?
Not
for
about you. No.
Good. Okay, good.
You know, you're go to the gym now and again.
Yes.
Do you the odd super duper juice?
The what?
Rehydrating juice.
The rehydrating juice?
Yeah, like Lucozade or anything.
Yes. No, I don't. Do I?
Yeah.
What were you asking me? Do I drink super duper juice? No. I have.
There's this stuff because my trainer said if you take this
No.
crystal clear stuff by Lucozade, it's supposed to do really good.
No, I just have some Council Pop. Nice bit of water.
Anyway, no, because what it was is that
Yes.
I got shortchanged the other day.
Oh.
The thing cost 99 pence. I gave the guy £1, and he didn't give me a penny back.
Oh no, that's not right.
But the thing is, I didn't, complain.
Yeah.
But I wondered, how much do you have to be shortchanged to complain to the shop?
The thing is, though, by the end of, I reckon by the end of every month, that guy must make, doing that, I don't know, 14, 15 pence a month. And that really adds up.
Yeah, I just thought, because it's a penny, I shouldn't say anything. But maybe if it was 5 or 10 pence, I probably would have.
I would have put my hand out and said, it just stood there. That's your money. That's your money, Jason. You can't allow that to go on. That's a nonsense.
Maybe coppers are coming extinct.
I think I've got a load I've got to take to the change machine in Tesco. Although I think they got rid of the change machine in my Tesco. I don't know. I don't want to take them there because they weigh I've got, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 quid in coppers. And I don't want to take them there and find out the change machine is gone because my trousers will fall down with the weight of them in my pocket.
Have you got any halfpences?
No, I haven't got any halfpences. No, them are stupid. What are we talking about stupid? No, maybe a few.
You might have. They might be priceless.
I might have a few. Well, they're worthless. Which is you think is the same as priceless, but it isn't. One's good, one's bad.
Anyway, we're talking about TV series. Sex and the City, Tosh.
Yes.
Sarah Jessica Parker in real life, mega fit.
No, she's... When have you seen her?
is.
When have you seen her in real life?
I saw her in a bar. She came to launch her perfume last year.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Sniff.
But she was quite fit.
She's got a horsey nose, though. Her nose looks like the front of a horse's head.
Oh, I was paying it. Well, no, I think she was quite attractive.
Okay.
But,
you're just dazzled by the glamour and the Hollywood
the
lights.
glitter and the
the
sky,
fact
yeah,
that she's
probably
married
true.
to Matthew Bueller.
Roderick.
Ferris Bueller.
The Inspector Gadget Man.
Yeah.
Also, TV series which ought to be made into film.
Series, yes.
CI5 The Professionals.
What was it? Was it called CI5?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. When I was a kid, my dad used to watch that. My dad used to watch that, but I never know what it stood for.
Oh, well, no, but CI5, it's like MI5, isn't it?
Is that what it is? But what's the definition of CI5 then? What's the definition of MI5?
Close...
stand for?
Military intelligence and close intelligence.
Close intelligence.
5.
Wonderful stuff.
There we go. Yeah, they should make a film, but they should use the original actors as they are now.
That's what they should do, yeah.
Fat, puffy old men. I said puffy, old men unable to run.
Fan-dabby dozy.
Cheers, boss.
Cheers, bye.
Bye-bye. There we go. Right. Katya.
Yes.
Oh, it's Katya.
Yes, never been so excited talking to you.
Be still, my beating heart. I've seen your messages to the G-Man.
Oh,
I've seen your flirty messages to him. You know he's only a young lad.
is he?
Yeah, he's a ginger.
I can have a toy boy.
Oh, okay, you can have a ginger toy boy.
Toy boy?
Yeah,
Anyway,
well,
I can.
don't listen to his podcast, so. Don't.
Why?
Don't.
I can't.
Listen to Shindiggery. One every day now.
Okay, I mustn't forget. I must be quick now, talking about the cemeteries.
Okay.
Yes,
Your English is improving remarkably.
because I'm trying to speed up my, how do you say that?
Well, you stumbled a bit there.
Yes, I was going to say, you don't need to be old to wander around cemeteries.
But you're just weird, though.
No,
Yeah, well, yes. What's your favourite film?
my favourite film.
Yeah.
That's a good. Well, I've got two favourites. I can't choose between the two.
So as in your house on fire, you can only take one of them out.
Okay, I'll probably take Man Bites Dog. I think.
Oh, no, Man Bites Dog is good. Okay, what's your other favourite film?
Texas Chainsaw.
There we go. Okay. Well, okay. Man Bites Dog, I watched that about 6 months ago. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
And apparently there's something that has been done by the same crew, one of them, and it's brilliant, apparently. It's just out in Belgium.
Oh, okay.
Okay. See, now I don't know what I was going to say.
Oh, for goodness
The
sakes,
cemetery.
woman, focus, yes.
Well, okay. Highgate Cemetery. You're going to the Western Wing, are you?
Well, I went to the east last week, this weekend. I'm going to go to the west next weekend.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Because it's only by appointment. Well, not appointment, but it's a guided tour.
Yeah, they have one every hour, yeah. I spoke to the woman there.
And don't be late,
No.
okay?
How do you... Well, okay, right. You've been there, have you?
I've been there.
Is it
yeah.
good?
It's brilliant.
Did you see the vampires?
No, I didn't.
Oh, disappointing, though, huh? Wouldn't it be nice?
And there's another one in London which is really good as well. It's Nunhead Cemetery.
Is Manhattan Cemetery? Where?
Nunhead Cemetery.
Manhead?
Nunhead, like a nun.
Command.
No, come on.
What is she saying?
I said a nun.
A nunhead.
Nunhead.
Nunhead Cemetery. We've got there Nunhead. That's a good name for a band. Hi, we're Nunhead. I hope you like rock, because we've got plenty of it for you. Hang on, let me just try that. We've got time for me to just try that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're Nunhead. We hope you like rock, because we've got plenty of it. It works, doesn't it? Anything else, Katya?
Yeah.
Well, you have to come back after the news then. 0845 6060 973. I'm just off to start my new band. We're called Nunhead.
Wayne Rooney or George Clooney? Robin Van Persie or Robert De Niro? Johnny Wilkinson or Johnny Depp? Now on Sky TV, you've got a choice. For £35 a month, you could get Sky TV with a choice of Sky Sports or movies, plus wireless Sky broadband and the Sky Talk Home phone service. All three for just £35 a month. All you have to decide is John Terry or Halle Berry, Tiger Woods or Jeremy Irons. For our biggest ever season of sport or our greatest ever choice of movies, call 0870 9900. Sky. Believe in better.
£30 standard set-up cost and BT line rental payable, subject to availability and equipment. Other product and price combinations available. Minimum contract 12 months. Further terms apply.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 8:30. I'm Katie Breathwick. A man from northwest London who holds the dubious record of being the fastest driver ever caught on a speed camera is beginning a 10-week jail sentence tonight. Tim Brady, who's from Harrow, had taken a Porsche from where he worked without asking. He was clocked driving at 172 miles an hour. The 33-year-old's also been banned from driving for 3 years. A man's been stabbed to death in Clapham. It happened at the beginning of this afternoon's rush hour on Wandsworth Road. Police have closed the roads in the area while they carry out fingertip searches. And in showbiz, the stars are out in force in Camden tonight for the Inside Soap Awards. EastEnders actress Cara Toynton and Lacey Turner are up for awards, along with Corrie's Tina O'Brien and Emma Thompson's sister Sophie, who's up for Best Bitch Award. Travel-wise, the A40 in Northolt is still down to one lane heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout after a diesel spill from this morning. And taking a look at London's weather, dry tonight with clear skies, lows dipping down to 10 Celsius. Right now in Swiss Cottage it's 14 degrees, and sunrise is at 6:49 tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, bright to start off with, then turning cloudy with rain. This is LBC.
If you want to open a shoe shop, we'll help you every step of the way. If you want to start a nail boutique, we'll hold your hand. If you want to set up a dating agency, we'll be right by your side. If you're looking to open a driving school, we'll give you a steer. And if you're thinking of launching a bra shop, we'll give you all the support you need.
At Lloyds TSB, we understand what it can be like when you're starting out. So you'll have your own business manager to help get your business up and running. Maybe that's why more startups choose Lloyds TSB than any other bank. For more information, visit lloydstsb.com/radio. Lloyds TSB. For the journey.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee.
Good evening.
0845 60 973.
97. It's a new phone number. I don't know why, but it's a new phone number, and God damn it, we're going to do our best to remember it. Struggling. I can't remember what I did, 3 days ago. How am I going to remember a new phone number? 0845 60 973. It's even written in front of me, and I've got it wrong once already. I was going to say something then, and I can't for the life of me think what it was. So instead, we'll go back to Katya.
Yes, Iain.
Yes, Katya.
Did I hear you right when you said that you didn't want to be, I was going to say plastinated?
Plastinated?
Yes, actually, I think that's the solution for you, because you think you don't want to be cremated. Is it right?
I want to be buried, but I don't think you can get buried anymore.
Okay, if you can't anymore, then you could be plastinated.
What's plastinated?
Well, there's this guy, he's called Gunther von something, and...
He's called what? Pontius van something?
Gunther. Do I speak so...
You know I said your English was getting better? Scratch that. It's getting awful.
It's not.
Pontius van something.
No, Gunther von... I can't remember.
Gunther von something.
Okay, yes. Okay. And there was a lot of controversy about his exhibition recently in London, because it was all about corpses being shown in different positions. I don't know, like playing football or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't you remember that?
I wasn't really listening. Sorry, what were you saying? I've just been sent an email.
Oh.
A third listener of mine has started doing their own podcast. WatkinsIan.libsyn.com. He started doing his own podcast. Well done, you. So I'll have a listen to that in the next few days. I'm very, very excited because lots of the listeners, Katya,
yes.
I believe you may have heard some of them, are doing their own podcast shows.
Absolutely.
Vinny's doing one, G-Man's doing one, now Iain in Mansfield is doing one. I think it's very, very exciting. I'm sending that link to my home email so I can have a listen to that.
I might do one, but with subtitles. No.
You should do one. I think it would be great if everybody who listens to the show did their own podcast. How liberating would that be?
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, what were you saying about Gunther?
Plastination. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's it. You could do that. You could.
What is it?
Well, what he does is, I don't know what he fills your body with, but with a sort of a plastic thing.
Oh, hang on a second. We've got Andy. I'm just going to move you there. You're on speakerphone, so stay there. Habiba's just called it. Habiba.
Oh, hello, Iain.
Do you know about this plastination?
Yes. What do you know about it?
Well, what is it? You both of you got really bad lines. What is it?
Okay, basically, plastination is where your body is plasticated. It's covered in plastic. All the liquids and that are pretty much drained out, and you're preserved in plastic.
Does that sound about right, Katia?
What is all this talk of death?
It's excellent.
It is excellent, you weirdo. It's just because I went to Highgate Cemetery at the weekend, Habiba.
Oh, okay, and why were you there? Were you there visiting someone?
Yeah, Karl Marx, my granddad.
Oh, were you really?
Well, no, just went for a look around.
Oh, yeah, no, cemeteries are really, really interesting. I agree with that.
Well, that's why we're talking about it on the show.
And you
James,
just act like you can't be buried. You can be buried.
is there still room in places?
I mean, there's loads of places. I mean, you can be placed in a vault. You can have four members of your family placed in a vault.
I want to be placed in the vault. I want them to be placed in the vault while they're still alive.
No, you can't do that.
That's what I want. It's going to be in my will. If they want the money, they've got to be buried with me. Oh, wouldn't that be good?
I'd be cremated. Cremation's not very nice.
No.
Having two great big ball bearings crushing you up. No, you don't want that.
Sorry, what?
But when you get cremated, there's
Yes.
like, say, 4 ovens and
Yeah,
stuff.
so you get
And
burned.
you have your service, you're shoved in the oven, you come out the other end, and all your flesh is gone, you're just left with bones. They go through 2 giant ball bearings.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They do not.
They do.
Oh, that is terrifying.
And you're crushed up, and that's how you get it so fine.
Yeah, Andy, turn your radio off, Andy. That's all right, no worries. He's on speakerphone. I've had to move to speakerphone to put you through, Habiba.
Otherwise, how on earth are they going to get the ashes so fine? Because they're not ashes, it's bone.
Ooh. But can I get buried in Highgate Cemetery?
No.
Sorry?
Well, I can make inquiries for you.
Could you, Habiba? Seriously?
You also asked about cryogenics.
Yes.
That costs quite a bit of money.
Yeah,
and
we did that. We did that about a week ago.
I know, but I just let you know. I know.
No, it's all right. So, right. So, Katia, why don't you always get buried in Highgate Cemetery?
Why is she gone?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to know how you could get buried there. I wouldn't mind.
Well, she's going to find out, but you just said no.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Did you get yes and no confused?
I did.
Oh, God almighty.
Sorry.
All right, well, thanks, Katia.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Andy, sorry about the confusion there for a moment. It's a full moon,
I'm
so...
sorry if I interfered with you by turning up the radio. Here.
No, all it was because I had to... Habiba was calling in live, and I knew that she's an undertaker, so I had to put you onto speakerphone, because that's the only line I can put you on, and... Anyway, it's all fine now. We've given away a little bit of the Chris... Hang on a second, stay there, Andy.
Yeah.
Joe, you want to talk about To the Manor Born, don't you?
Yeah.
Guess how Chris has spelt born.
Go on, tell me.
Bourne, like it's going to be the 4th one in the Bourne trilogy. Matt Damon's in it or something. What are you doing, Chris?
I'm embarrassed now.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
It's To the Manor Born. She's born to the manor. Born.
What, like in birth?
Yes.
What did you say?
It's an old English expression, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually, Joe. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joe, we'll do you first, and Andy can wait. Go on. What have you got for us, Joe?
Well, I just want to know why you keep dragging off Penelope Keith.
Oh, that's her name, Penelope Keith, not Margot.
No, she played Margaret, didn't she, in The Good Life?
Yeah, but...
No one noticed her because everyone's looking at Felicity Kendall.
Oh, Felicity Kendall.
Oh, don't use those.
Even you'd kiss her, wouldn't you?
No, not that way.
Okay. Well, I'll kiss Richard Briers. Anyway, so, but To the Manor Born was rubbish, wasn't it?
Oh, stop it. It was classic.
What classic in what way? That it was unfunny and horribly dated?
Well, no, you see, I like these old English films as well, which shows you how England was in the old days, and I just love all that, and I think it was brilliant.
I like films of England where I like films, especially where you see London in like the 1940s or 50s. I like that.
Yeah,
and you see like old-fashioned Piccadilly Circus and stuff.
Yeah, I
That's
love
great.
all that, and the furniture, and just
But you didn't see that into the Manor Born. You saw a rubbish studio and really bad script.
Well, no, you saw the actual place where they lived, didn't you? The manor and that.
Yeah, but that looked like the same as it did in 1800.
Oh, you're just being argumentative tonight.
Anyway, well, they're bringing To the Manor Born back.
And I want to pick you up on a point when you said earlier on.
Yes.
About when you was being old at 30 odd.
Yes.
What's wrong with you? You know, I'm 47 years of age.
And you sound it.
Pardon?
No, yeah, go on. You sound good.
Right little rascal tonight you are.
Yeah.
And I've just started the hairdressing course. It's going to take me 2 years, so I'm going to be best near 50 by the time.
Oh, an old hairdresser. Okay, blue rinses and...
No, not blue. Oh, God, you're so rude tonight.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm going to be a fabulous hairdresser. I can go work on a cruise ship, work anywhere abroad. Life begins at 40, you know.
Right. You just said, Joe.
Yeah.
You're gonna work as a hairdresser on a cruise ship. Now, I don't want to be rude, but that sounds like the oldest profession you could do. Not the oldest profession, we all know what that is. But that sounds like an old woman's job, doing hair on a cruise ship.
No.
Joe!
Get out of it. What, seeing the world and making money at the same time? Sounds good to me.
All right then, Joe. Listen, thank you for that.
Take care.
Bye bye. 0845 60 60 973. Andy, sorry about that.
No problem, mate. Just digressing from what I was going to talk to you about.
Go on.
And when I think back to my childhood and watching TV,
yes,
two of the comedy shows I thought that I liked the most were On the Buses.
Yeah.
And what was that? What was that one about the school with John Alderson in it?
Please, sir.
Please, yeah. And I thought that's right. Yeah, fantastic theme tune. But I saw both of them the other day on some satellite channel, and I'm sorry to have to say that they were rubbish.
Really? Yeah. I used to like Police. I used to like the Police film as well.
That actually wasn't bad.
Yeah, the film's all right. I used to really... do you know what? You just triggered something here that's very Freudian. I had... It wasn't a rude dream. I was too young for it to be a rude dream, but I had a dream where I used to have dreams where I fell in love with people.
Wasn't Joan Sanderson, was it?
No, it was the fit girl.
Oh, the blonde girl.
Yeah, I had a dream where I fell in... Did you ever have those dreams where you fall in love with someone and you wake up and you feel a little bit different about them? Have you ever had that?
I think I have, yeah.
I had that about the girl from that, yeah.
But I think you probably weren't alone.
Yeah, no, she was... and also, they were all about 30 and they're supposed to be kids.
That's right.
And those incredibly short mini dresses that they wore in the early 70s, like ridiculously short.
That's right, but all the girls, they also had quite big thighs in those days as well.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's far more healthy looking.
Healthy looking, that's exactly what it is, Andrew. Healthy looking.
Indeed,
Not like all this Kate Moss, super waif, super thin, size zero nonsense.
Eat something, love.
Hey, have a nice kebab, go on.
Yes.
Anyway, Andy, what did you call him?
Well, I've got to take you up on something, mate. I've got to pick you up. I can't believe you're dissing Elton John's 70s years.
Well, okay, to prove me wrong.
I give you Philadelphia Freedom.
Oh, that's the one that goes dun 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 dun.
No, that's a song for Guy. That was rubbish.
Okay.
No, Philadelphia Freedom. Loads of really nice strings in it, lovely arrangement.
No, I don't know it, so it must be rubbish.
Okay, no, it's not. It's fantastic. Island Girl. Do you know that?
No.
Early 70s. Okay, what about? Do you know Tiny Dancer?
Oh, everyone mentions that. Rubbish.
Oh no, you can't say that.
It's rubbish.
What about Funeral for a Friend's Love Lies Bleeding?
I wanna kiss the bride. Ha!
No,
that
wasn't bad.
What was his
That was one of the few
blue
80s ones.
Baby's got blue eyes.
I'm disappointed in you, mate. Actually.
Well, good, Andrew. It's everyone.
Before I go, can I offer a new spot on your show?
Oh yes, please.
I have an idea for a spot.
We are desperate for spots. If anyone else has got any spots for the show, then call us in.
It's Make a Decision, Iain.
Oh yeah, go on.
Because I'll tell you why I just thought of this, because I'm making some cheese on toast here, and I don't know whether to put Tabasco or Worcester sauce on it.
Well, it's Worcester.
Make a decision, Iain.
It's Worcester sauce.
Okay, that's it. Worcester sauce it is. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Andy.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We've had something very similar to that suggested before, didn't we, Chris?
It's a bit of a short feature, isn't it?
Well, no, but other people can phone in and ask me to make a decision, Iain. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number. It's Jim in the Beckenham, of all places.
Hello, Iain.
Hello, Jim.
Hiya. I wanted...
Have you got a pop quiz for us or something?
No, I've given up on that.
Yeah,
I was wondering, could I play you my alarm clock? But before I do that, you'll like it, but before I do that, could I have a guess at the mystery person?
You can.
Whispering Jack Smith.
No.
How was that?
It's Japanese, is it?
No, that's Korean.
Oh, I don't...
There was a bit of Japanese at the end.
Yeah.
And it says, wake up, or I'll punch you.
Oh.
Wake up.
Yes. Well, thanks, Jim.
Okay, good night.
Yeah, there we go. What has happened to the show in the last 50 minutes? I don't know. Right. Oh, a new phone number, by the way, if you're trying to call in. Use the new one. 0845 60 60 973. I tell you what we'll do. because we've been firing topics out like there ain't no tomorrow. So in a minute, we'll go to Alan Joyce. I'll get the latest travel. When we come back, we'll have a little recap of everything that we've said so far. And also, disappointing foods. Excuse me. Ever had something and been quite disappointed by it? We'll do all that and more after this. It's the Travel News Now with Alan Joyce.
Thanks, Ian. And if you're heading into Northolt on the A40, still no change on the situation there, I'm afraid. Still down to one lane into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout after a large diesel spill from this morning. Really has caused chaos in that area throughout today, and it's still looking slow now back to the Denham roundabout. The resurfacing works are due to get underway there in about 3/4 of an hour's time. Wandsworth Road in Clapham is still closed both ways between Lambourne Road and North Street after an incident earlier. Serious delays been reported around Southall at the moment. No incidents been reported as such, although there are reports of some celebrating cricket fans in the area causing an obstruction on the road. The North Circular has 2 lanes blocked southbound at Neasden with a broken down minibus, so delays are back to Staples Corner there. Golders Green Road in Golders Green is still closed both ways just by Armitage Road because of a fire, and in West Kensington the lights are out on Talgarth Road just by North End Road, and that's causing queues out of town from South Kensington. And the M25 has a lane block clockwise at Junction 23 for South Mims with an accident. On the tubes delays on Hammersmith and City, Bakerloo, Victoria, Jubilee and Circle lines. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
What would you like to learn if only you had the time? Are you curious about how to manage your money properly? Do you know the best way to learn a language? Or do you fancy tips on making even better conversation? If so, then you need our brand new service, LBC Learning. Pick up helpful hints and download courses which you can listen to anywhere and at any time.
This is the course for you, whether you want to learn French, German...
Conversation is the most intimate form of contact after sex.
Log on to lbc.co.uk/learning. LBC Learning. LBC Learning. Learn something new today. If you've recently set up in business, think of all the ways it could benefit from a £20,000 injection. Register your business at lbc.co.uk today and you could enter a competition to win £20,000 with James Max, courtesy of Lloyds TSB, the #1 bank for business startups. Conditions apply. The £20,000 business competition with James Max. Sunday afternoon from 5 with Lloyds TSB for The Journey at LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good
Now.
Evening.
It's a new phone number, 0845 60 60 973. Takes a bit getting used to, but I think we'll get there eventually. Now, you can win a whole host of prizes, including an MP3 player, a luxury night out in London, a day of complete pampering, or a weekend away to a great European city, not one of those rubbish ones. All for the next 2 weeks on LBC 97.3. Now, the big quit is on, and it's to help you kick the smoking habit. So each day, we'll give you a tip to help you quit. Answer a simple question, text your answer, and you could be a winner. The Big Quit and London's LBC 97.3, supporting you in your quest for a smoke-free life. So, yeah, I mentioned disappointing food. I'll tell you why. I was reminded when I was out the other day, and I really fancied a burger. And I very nearly ordered... I'm vegetarian, by the way, so I can't eat the meaty stuff. I very nearly ordered a portobello burger. And then I remembered... Actually, I've been caught out by that at least 5 times in my life before. Portobello... David, do you know what a portobello burger is?
No idea.
You're
far too... Where are you going to restaurants ordering portobello burgers for?
Well, because I wanted a burger and I'm vegetarian. I thought it'd be a nice vegetarian. It says...
You're a vegetarian?
It's got a little green V by it, meaning vegetarian. What was that sharp intake of breath for?
You're a vegetarian.
Luckily, your phone is breaking up, otherwise I'd be down to Wickham to box you in the ears, young man. So the portobello burger, all it is a big mushroom in a bap. That's it. It's a mushroom, a giant mushroom in a bap. Maybe.
And how much did you pay for that?
Oh, well, it's about £8 or so. I didn't buy it this time because I remembered as I was ordering it. I remembered that it's not actually a burger.
You ordered it and then you didn't pay for it.
No, listen, focus. I didn't order it. I was about to order it, and then I remembered what it was.
So what did you order then?
Well, that's by the by, isn't it?
It's not. You're talking about what you were ordering.
All right, well, I'll tell you what I ordered.
On the radio, and now you're
all right, well, I'll tell you what I ordered then.
Yeah.
I then ordered what I thought was a hummus and roasted vegetable...
Where were you eating?
Panini. I was in Café Rouge.
Right.
Panini. I ordered that, and the person I was with ordered a goat's cheese salad. with...
Who are you with?
What's that got to do? It's irrelevant.
Are they vegetarian?
No. No, they're not vegetarian, which is where this story gets good. So the food arrived, and they'd given me a spicy sausage sandwich. I was a really strong deja vu. David, did I have a row with you the other week? He's gone. Really strong deja vu. Really strong deja vu. Maybe the show is, repeating it. Anyway. So the William, by default, you have to get the rest of this story, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So, instead of getting what I ordered, I got a spicy sausage sandwich. And I said, excuse me, I didn't ask for this, I'm a vegetarian. Let me look at the menu. And then I realised, William, I had ordered that by mistake. For some reason, my brain had melted, and I'd ordered the thing below the thing that I wanted.
Right. I'm not quite following where this story's going.
Well, I'll tell you where it's going. I then swapped meals with the person I was with. I had the goat's cheese salad. They had the spicy sausage sandwich. And it was, delicious. What I'm trying...
I heard you mention something about hummus.
About what?
Hummus.
Hummus?
Yeah, you said hummus. You had hummus or something like Le Rouge. Something like that.
Right, you really aren't following this at all, are you? Anyway.
No.
Anyway, what the topic is, have you ever been disappointed by food? Because when I had a Portobello burger once, all it is, it's not a burger, it's a mushroom in a bap. A friend of mine who works here, his name is Paul Sylvester. He was disappointed by sweet corn the other day, although I don't know how you can be disappointed by sweet corn. It's one of the best foods. In fact, when I go home tonight, I'm having sweet corn, so Paul Sylvester can get knotted. Have you ever been disappointed by food? 0845 60 60 973. It's a topic.
Who, me? Okay,
William, steady on now. I tell you what, let's avoid that. Let's get to the point that you wanted to make.
Oh, what about Sex and the City?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crap.
Okay, excellent. Right, well, that's William. Thank you, William. Oh, dearie me. Right, okay. So he's missed the point of it. Wasn't there, just have you ever been disappointed by sweet corn? Have you ever had sweet corn and gone, this sweet corn's not very good? The point of it was, Chris, have you ever ordered a food and gone, well, this isn't the Portobello burger, it's such a crushing disappointment. It's a mushroom in a bap. That's it. It's not a burger. A burger's like crushed meat or crushed nuts or it's crushed something.
I thought a burger was just something in like a bap.
No, it's not. Well, it is, but it shouldn't be. It should be something made into a patty shape, and then you eat it. But it's got substance to it, not a mushroom. A mushroom in a bap. That's a mushroom. All that is a posh mushroom sandwich. And I don't ever want to eat a mushroom sandwich.
No, you're wrong. A burger's just a filling in a bap, but it doesn't say what that filling is.
Well, it should do. It should say Portobello burger, brackets, it's just a mushroom, I wouldn't bother. Close brackets. That's what it should say on a menu.
But open the brackets back up again, because it's not, it's just any filling. And close brackets.
Let's go to Andy, and your views on burgers.
Portobello mushroom? No.
No, exactly.
Not a burger.
It's not a burger. It's not.
That's the topping on top of the meat.
Exactly.
Or just take the meat out.
Or exactly.
What's that about?
Or yes. Jill, have you ever had a Portobello burger?
No, but I'm just eating some delicious soup I've just made.
Oh, what? So, it sounds like you're chewing on something.
I am.
But how can you have chewy soup? Soup is runny.
No, because...
You've not got soup there, Jill. You've got a broth.
Well, probably...
Yeah, we go.
Right.
Thank you. It's a broth.
Probably a broth, yes.
Yeah.
I've left it all chunky.
Sorry?
I left it all chunky.
What's in your broth?
Carrots.
Actually, you can stop there. I don't really care. So,
I tell you what.
Yeah.
You'd love it.
Has it got leeks in it?
No, but onions, it's all vegetations.
I can't eat leeks.
No, it hasn't got leeks.
I can't eat leeks. I don't like the fact that they're, like, corrugated. I don't like the stringiness, and I cannot stand the taste of leeks.
No leeks in this, mate. There's, it's got pearl barley in.
Oh, God, that's boring.
All sorts of stuff. It's
Anyway, Jill, what did you call in for?
Because I've had an idea.
Oh, fantastic. Is it an idea to generate more calls? Because we ain't got none at the moment.
Well, listen, occasionally...
Can I just say... I've got 4 people on the switchboard who've called in, registered they want to talk to me with my producer, and Chris has said, we'll call you back. Yes. James, Rupert, David and Warren. Chris can't get through to any of you. So put your phones down, stop gassing away to whoever it is you're talking to, and let my producer call you back, please.
Inconsequential people they are talking to.
Yeah, exactly. I am consequential.
Inconsequential,
No.
that's a good word, isn't it?
I am consequential.
You are very consequential.
Anyway, Jill will have to come back after this now.
Meet Davy Adams. His mother's passion for drink and men shatters his family and home. At 14, Davy runs away, leaving those he loves behind. Now he's a loner, but his heart burns with longing for the girl he grew up with. She still waits, but should she? Or should she make a good marriage and forget Davy? The Loner, the brilliant new book by Josephine Cox, out now in paperback. If it's straight from the heart, it's Josephine Cox.
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Oh, well. Jill!
Yes.
Yes. Your point, you had an idea, I believe you were saying.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
You know how occasionally...
By the way, Clive Ball's on at 10 o'clock, everybody.
Good.
Yeah, he's good, him, and I like Clive.
I love Clive.
Yeah, he's good. He's brilliant.
Yes. You know, you come up with words occasionally that you made up or are not quite right words.
Yes, like shindiggery.
Yeah, they're lovely words.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should start an Iain, you know, the Webster's Dictionary and all that. I think we should start an Iain Lee's Dictionary.
Oh, that's a very good idea.
And I would be quite prepared to donate a couple of words that are in my family and have stuck for years.
Okay, well, let's have your words, Jill, for my dictionary. Go on.
The first word is doordobe.
Is what?
Doordobe.
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 It's a wardrobe.
Okay, doordobe, yes.
Doordobe.
Yes.
Ostrament.
Ostrament.
Instead of ornament.
Ostrament. I like ostrament, yes.
An ostrament.
I used to have an uncle called Ostrament.
Hmm.
His last name. Yes?
Oh, lots of words that wouldn't mean much to anybody else, but are in our, in our family.
Yes. Have you been drinking, Jill?
No.
You're staggering a bit.
No, I have not.
Okay.
I don't.
No.
Not never.
What have you put in that soup? Whiskey?
No.
No.
I told you. You would actually, if you were here...
I'm not coming round. I'm not coming round.
Oh, all right, then I'll send you some
Thank you.
in an envelope.
All right, well, thanks, Jill.
Anyway, think about it. I think it's a jolly good idea, don't you?
I think it's an idea.
And because you've got lots, get listening to your other programmes and see what other words you've come up with.
Okay, thank you, Jill.
Okay, my love.
There we go, bye-bye. What a lovely lady, but a bit of a fruitcake. 0870. Oh, that's the second time I've got it wrong. One more strike and I'm out. Oh, man alive. They've done this just to scupper me here. 0845 60 60 973. It's a new telephone number if you want to give us a call. David!
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how you doing?
Oh, it's you again.
Yes, your pork belly mushrooms. You were going on about that and you didn't listen to what I had to say.
Well, no, because your phone was breaking up.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Go on.
Splanduggery is a word.
Spamduggery?
Yes.
Well, it's a bit like shindiggery, but
No.
not as good.
No, it's splanduggery. Anyway, Elton John.
Yeah.
You were talking about Elton John earlier.
Yes, I know, and so are you, but very, very slowly. And he's gone. What? And that... What? Oh, man alive. Warren.
And he's gone. What?
Warren, put your radio on.
Hello?
Yes, talk to me.
Ian!
Yes.
Sorry, I put the phone down. I was listening to the radio.
I know.
How you doing,
I'm
man?
excellent, I'm excellent.
Yeah. You're going to make a decision for me.
Okay.
Okay. Right hand or left hand?
Left hand.
Oh, no.
Good luck.
No, because, can I tell you why?
Well, I don't know, can you?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Because it's clean.
Okay.
Shaving in the morning. I've got carpal tunnel in both hands.
Oh, right.
Right. And so when
I've got their second album somewhere.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are Carpal Tunnel, and I hope you like rock, because we've got plenty of it. Yeah.
Anyway, and when I shave, my hand goes really numb, and you have to shake it and everything, and tingly. So, I did the right hand this morning, left hand this morning, and, hello? You there?
Is this really what we've become? Discussing broth? And Warren's shaving habits? No, London. Fear ye not. When we come back after the news at 9 o'clock, we come back with an iron fist in a silk glove, ready to smash through radio. Thank you.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 9, fastest ever speeders given a 10-week jail term. A man dies following a stabbing in South London, and judge brands the Jeremy Kyle show the human form of bear baiting. It's 9 o'clock. I'm Katie Brethwick. A man from northwest London starting a 10-week jail term tonight, having been caught on camera driving at 172 miles an hour. Tim Brady is the fastest speeder ever to be caught. Jim Diamond has more from the LBC News Centre.
Tim Brady from Harrow starting a 10-week jail term after he was caught doing a record 172 miles per hour on a rural A road in Abingdon near Oxfordshire in January during a random speed check. The 33-year-old's become the fastest speeder ever caught by a British speed trap after admitting one count of dangerous driving. Oxford Crown Court heard how he took a Porsche 911 Turbo from a luxury car hire firm where he worked without permission. He resigned shortly after. Brady's been given a 3-year driving ban in order to pay £474 in costs.
A man's been stabbed to death in South London. The victim, believed to have been in his 20s, was attacked in Wandsworth Road at around 4 o'clock this afternoon. The air ambulance was called, but they were unable to save him. A prolific paedophile from northwest London who hid indecent images in secret compartments behind a bookshelf at his home has been jailed for at least 3 years. The judge at Harrow Crown Court said 49-year-old Jeremy Bowen from Hayes in Middlesex posed a very serious risk to young girls. Gordon Brown avoided any mention of an autumn election in his first speech to a Labour Party conference as Prime Minister. In it, he promised to stand up for Britain and British values and announced new crackdowns on guns and hospital superbugs. The PM said community and the family would be central to his government's future direction and core values.
We must be givers as well as getters. Put something back, and by doing so, make a difference. And this is my moral compass. This is who I am. I'm a conviction politician. I stand for a Britain where everyone should rise as far as their talents can take them.
In showbiz news, ITV bosses have defended the Jeremy Kyle show after it was reportedly branded a human form of bear baiting by a judge, sentencing a man who headbutted his love rival during filming. Security guard David Staniforth attacked Larry Marnie after discovering he had begun an affair with his wife Jennifer after moving into their home as a lodger. Staniforth, who's from Chesterfield in Derbyshire, was fined £300 plus costs after he lashed out at the bus driver during a recording of the show. Travel-wise, the A40 in Northolt still down to one lane, heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout. That's because of a diesel spill. And taking a look at London's weather, dry with clear skies tonight. We've got temperatures dipping down to 10 Celsius. Right now, it's 14 degrees in Victoria Park in Hackney. Tomorrow, bright to start off with, then turning cloudy with rain by the afternoon. You're listening to LBC. It's 9:03.
Remember, there's a new way to call London's biggest conversation. Our new number is 0845 6060 973. So, store it in your phone now for when you next want to take part in one of your favourite shows on LBC 97.3.
Time is like money. Any that you have spare is very precious. So why don't you invest some of your time in something really worthwhile? GlaxoSmithKline are looking for volunteers to take part in medical trials at Clinical Imaging Centre London. In return, you'll be compensated for your time and inconvenience. So if you're healthy and aged between 18 and 60, then call us today on 0800 707 6068. That's 0800 707 6068. And find out how you can invest in the future. Help us help people to do more, feel better, live longer.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
Oh! Now, we mentioned, I think on Friday, Kid Nation, the TV show in the States, where 40 kids, aged between 8 and 15, go and live in a ghost town in Mexico or something. Well, I saw a bit of it at the weekend. And hopefully tomorrow, Fat Steve, who lives in America, is going to call us up. So I've got really bad indigestion. And give us a report on Kid Nation. We've got some Kid Nation clips here. Hang on, what have we... let's just give you a little taster of... Kid Nation and how it starts.
This is Bonanza City, New Mexico, or what's left of it anyway. The pioneers who ran this place back in the 1800s ran it into the ground. Lack of leadership and lack of will combined to leave this town completely and totally.
Doesn't it sound fantastic? Yeah. Wait till the kids get introduced, hang on.
But that's about to change.
Go on. Why?
Now, 40 new pioneers will try to fix their forefathers' mistakes
who are these
and build
people?
A town that works. It won't be easy. Pioneer living is tough.
Yes.
And the amazing part is, these pioneers are children.
Oh, it is. That's fantastic. So we'll have an update on that tomorrow. Now, what have we talked about so far? We have a long list of things. If you just tuned in, here we go. There's a Sex and the City movie. Who cares? No one has called in and said, Ian, I can't wait for Sex and the City to pick up on the big screen. It's what I have been waiting for. No one has called in. And likewise, no one's called in. Oh, no, someone did call in, actually, and say that they thought To the Manor Born was quite good. I don't know why. It was guff. Well, there's To the Manor Born Christmas special being filmed. Brilliant. That's all you're watching Christmas Day. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number. I'm making decisions for people. If you have a decision, you can call in. I will make the decision for you. What else did we have in there? Oh, getting old, going to a flower show, going to Highgate Cemetery. We talked about the Highgate Cemetery vampire. Did anybody see the awful Elton John documentary on Saturday? Just cack. Absolute rubbish. And the special effects that were being touted as groundbreaking were awful. And what else is there? There's so much we talk about. Oh, disappointing food. Ever been disappointed? Ever been disappointed by food that you've had? I tell you why. I nearly made the mistake of ordering the Portobello burger again. And it's not a burger. All it is a mushroom in a bap. Now, where I come from, that ain't a burger. That's a mushroom sandwich. So, ever had a food that's disappointed you? 0845 60 60 973. It's a new telephone number, so don't forget it. 084. I've forgotten it twice already, so I'm saying that. 0845 60 60 973. 60 60 973 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Right, Phil is in the East Finchley. Hello, Phil.
Evening.
Good evening, Phil.
Did Gordon Brown on that news report say he was a giver, not a taker?
Something like that. No, an interesting thing, moving on swiftly about Gordon Brown, is we were watching that, because we all got the Sky News on, so we could see him. And Chris said, Chris, what was your observation about, what did you think Gordon Brown had done?
A face peel.
Well, that's where they scrape a level of their face off, is it?
Yeah.
I've had a face peel.
Have you?
Oh, yeah, it hurts.
What, like...
I used to have a really bad scar there on my cheek, and so I had to have my face... What they did, it was awful, so painful. It's just get rid of this scar, because sometimes it would flare up and go bright red. And I had to have 8 of these sessions, and they wanted me to have more, and after it was too painful. So how did they do it? What they do is they would put, like, this... I hope he's doing the washing up. Phil,
yeah.
Yes. We'll come back to you in a second, Phil. So, what they would do, and what they did, is they would put this, like, cream on my face. No, they didn't. They'd scrub my face with whatever it was. I don't know what. And they'd scrub it. Then they put this oil on my face that really hurt. And then they get this hot light and zap my skin with this hot, like, laser light. man, it was so painful, and it scraped a whole layer of my face off, and then I'd come out, and my face would be just sore, and where I had the scar, it would be bleeding a little bit.
Did you get to keep the dead skin?
No, I didn't. Oh, it was the most painful thing ever, and I had to go and do it 8 times. And the first time it was all right because I didn't know it was going to hurt, and I came out and it hurt. I was like, okay, but then I had to go back 7 more times. Like I think about 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month later, knowing it was going to hurt and it would be really. So you know when you have like a really really bad shave and it really stings. Imagine that times 1,000,000 all over your face.
Can they get rid of like dark stubble?
Yep. I can get rid of everything. They scrape your face off. That's what they do. They scrape your face off. And then the speciality of this treatment was they then zap you with this laser. Like all over. I had to have my eyes covered. They had to cover my eyes. Oh, man, it was the most painful thing ever. I don't recommend it. Phil!
Would you do it again?
Yes, you're back.
Would you do it again?
No, never. They wanted me to go back. I've still got a little sort of mark on my cheek, and they said, well, if you come back for another 6, we can get rid of it. And I said, you can get lost. And also, it cost me about 800 quid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My girlfriend had something similar done, and she looked like a Belisha Beacon.
I'm glad I did it, to be honest, because it got rid of that scar. I'm really glad I did it, but I'm not doing it again.
No, absolutely not.
Anyway, Phil.
Anyway, I got mixed up with, what was his name, Gordon Brown, yes. I was calling about guilty pleasures.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I only did that because I was just doing tuna surprise this evening.
What?
Tinned tuna surprise.
Right.
And as I opened the tuna, I basically sucked all the brine out of it. Is that wrong?
Now, the brine, that's the tuna juice, isn't it?
Yeah, the tuna juice.
You sucked all the...
If anybody else ever did anything so...
well, I've never had tuna.
Well, not even tinned tuna?
When I say I've never had tuna, what I mean is I've never had tuna.
Okay.
And that includes...
Tinned.
Because it's...
Fish.
No, because it's tuna, and I've never had tuna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you should try it one day. It's quite nice.
It stinks to... It stinks like cat food.
No, it's not as bad as cat food. I've eaten cat food once.
I've eaten cat food once as well, actually. It's rank.
An accident.
Yeah, no, I did it deliberately. Anyway, so does anybody else drink the brine from tuna?
Yes, that's what I'd like to know.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
There we go. 0845 6060 973 is the telephone number. I am surprised no one has called up and said that Elton John thing was actually all right. I thought people would love it. Because people love Elton John. I don't know why. I really don't see the attraction. He's just like a horrible, short, round, bitchy queen. That's it. And everyone sort of treats him as though he's God or something. You can't diss Elton John. He's God. Well, 0845 6060 973. Rupert.
Hello.
Hello, Rupert.
How are you?
All right.
Good stuff. I called up about the cemeteries, but actually I've also got a disappointing food for you.
Yeah, go on.
Which is lobster.
Is it? There's a lot of hard work in getting...
It's a lot of money and a lot of hard work for not a lot of meat.
Is it disappointing? Is it disappointing just because of the lack of meat, or is the taste disappointing?
No, the taste is all right, to be fair. They're like king prawns, but it's not that different. I mean, it's a bit meatier than a prawn.
You have to wear a bib when you eat a lobster, don't you?
Well, no, I didn't.
You see it sometimes. You go to a seafood restaurant, you'll see some like really posh dude wearing a bib, and it just freaks me out because he looks, like a child.
Yeah.
Crab as well takes a lot of work, doesn't it, for not much meat?
Crab is a lot of work as well, but they do that for you, don't they? They turn it upside down, stick the crab in the shell and stuff. Lobster is just like yes.
Yes. Anyway, go on.
No, I rang about the cemeteries, because there's so short space for cemeteries.
Yeah.
I've never understood why they don't sort it out by burying people standing up.
Oh, whoa, what? Hang on a second.
Well, if
it's a genius idea, Rupert.
It's good.
It works.
I've always thought of it would be a good idea, because, especially in London, where it's all clay soils, you can dig down a very long way.
Yeah.
And if you use something like an auger, like they use for piling or something, take a big hole out and then just bury people standing up. And you could still have your little spot in the ground, a gravestone.
But you could fit much more people into a much smaller space.
You take up about a quarter of the space.
That's a brilliant idea. There must be somewhere in the world where they do that.
I don't know. But I've always thought that's what they should do.
Well, Rupert, if anyone is listening who's got any authority, will certainly make sure they start doing it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for that, Rupert.
Sure, bye.
There we go. With his solution to ease the... But I'm surprised to find out you can still get buried. I thought it was sort of like the law that you couldn't get buried anymore because there weren't no room left in the ground. That's what I thought. But I guess I was wrong. 0845 60 60 973. Why have the phones suddenly gone mental? So something has triggered the phones going mental there. We'll find out what it is after this. It's the travel news now with Alan Joyce.
And if you're heading onto the A40 in Northolt, it's still down to just one lane heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout following this morning's diesel spill. Now, in about 15 minutes' time, they're going to start actually resurfacing the road, which could take some time, of course, and then they'll finally reopen the road in time for tomorrow morning's rush hour with any luck. Still big delays, though, back to the Denham roundabout. Wandsworth Road in Clapham still closed both ways between Lambourne Road and North Street following a police incident there. And the North Circular Road has 2 lanes blocked southbound Neaston because of a broken down van. That's causing queues most of the way back to Staples Corner still. Golders Green Road in Golders Green is closed both ways between Armitage Road and Ravenscroft Road following a fire. Big delays being reported around the Southall area still. Reports of celebrating cricket fans there. Similar problems actually in Ilford. Part of Ilford Lanes had to be closed for the same reason. And Sydney Street in Brompton is still partially blocked with a broken down fire engine. That's been stuck there for a while as well. So police are guiding traffic past that one. Heading on to the tubes at the moment, there are delays on the Hammersmith and City, Jubilee and Circle lines, but the overground trains are running OK. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
A world of music. A world of music. 2 million tracks to choose from. That's e-music.
Songs you can download and play on any MP3 player or burn your own CDs.
E-music offers it all.
Together with great album and artist information, a real chance to explore music. Sign up today for a trial and get 35 free downloads.
Terms and conditions apply.
Then you get 75 downloads for just $14.99 a month. E-music, the #1 site for independent music. Available now via lbc.co.uk.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, Britain! It's challenge time again!
Churchill, I heard you really guarantee to beat car insurance renewals.
Oh, yes.
And your website's so good, you've been voted best online car insurance provider by yourmoney.com.
Oh, yes.
I don't suppose you... I mean, have you got a date for the ceremony yet?
Oh, get you little minx. Make haste, Britain! For our best prices, go online at churchill.com. Price guaranteed cover must be on an equivalent basis to ours. Free claim 3 years. Conditions apply.
Here's a message to people who say things like,
I had a great idea for a business, but didn't know where to start.
And?
I'd like to be my own boss, but the money side worries me.
Or how about,
I need so much help, but who can you trust for advice?
a local business manager from Barclays has the experience to support your startup business and can get you free time with local accountants, solicitors and marketing specialists. So if you're serious about starting your own business, go to barclays.co.uk/start your business. We're ready if you are. Barclays. Now there's a thought.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
It's a new phone number, 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number. So many topics on. I will have a recap in about 5 minutes. Karen.
Hello.
Hello, Karen.
You alright?
Yeah.
Good.
Is this Kitty Karen?
No.
Oh, it's not. It's another Karen. Oh, crikey.
It is.
Oh, I've been caught out with another Karen.
First time caller.
Oh, well, welcome to our home, and I hope you feel comfortable.
Thank you.
Take your feet off the furniture, though. What can I do for you, Karen? What's made you pick up the phone and call in?
I've got a couple of disappointing foods for you.
Yeah, go on.
Well, the first thing is I have been disappointed by sweet corn.
What, you were corn on the cob?
No, sweet corn in a packet.
Oh, okay, yes.
A cheap brand.
Yeah.
It was all hard and horrible,
Yeah.
and there was a pea in it.
There was a pea?
Yeah, and the one thing I cannot eat are peas.
Well, that would be disappointing. I'd have to go along with that. Mr. Sylvester, who started this whole thing off for us, who's a gentleman who works here, he's an odd fellow.
Yeah.
But his whole thing was he'd never had a sweet corn on the cob before.
Right.
And he had it, and it was like, well, there's nothing special. I think a corn on the cob, you grab it both ends, and you just chomp into that. It's delicious.
Plenty of butter and pepper, yeah.
I don't put any butter on it. You don't need to. I used to put butter on it, and then I thought I didn't have any butter, and I tried it without. And it was delicious, really sweet and fine. You don't need butter on it, and you don't get the cholesterol.
True.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the other one?
No, I'm all right. Oh, go on then.
Well, hamburger.
Yeah.
Well, a ham, I would like, a ham burger, a burger made of ham.
Yeah.
But a hamburger is beef burger, isn't it?
Well, is a hamburger a beef burger? I don't know what's what now. Is it a beef? I always thought they were beef. They used to be hamburgers in the 70s, didn't they? But now they're beef burgers.
Well, they still weren't made of ham, though, were they?
Well, they were one day, weren't they?
I don't know.
I think in the 70s they were hamburgers, but then they became beef burgers, but we still called them hamburgers. It's like I still sometimes call Burger King Wimpies.
Well, there are still Wimpies, though.
There's one in Enfield. I was there not too long ago. I took my girlfriend out for a date in Wimpies. Can you believe that? Not in Enfield.
You use a knife and fork, don't you, to eat a burger? So
yeah, they do. They do nice bean burgers in Wimpies.
Yeah.
They also what's his? Hang on a second. They do. They do this, don't they?
Big bender with a pan yam pickle.
What was that?
Big bender with a pan yam pickle.
They do big benders with a pan yam pickle.
There you go.
But beef burger. I don't quite know when the crossover happened. I'd imagine it was about 1974.
Still disappointing. Though.
It is disappointing, Karen, and I'm sorry you're disappointed. Hey, listen, thanks for calling in.
Okay.
Cheers for that. Do call again.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What a nice lady. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number if you want to call in. Loads of people have called in and Chris can't call them back. The switchboard is full with people that Chris is trying to call back. Not full, there's a few lines free. And no one's answering. So why are you doing that just to scupper the show? Is that what you think is a good fun thing to do? Chris, how frustrated are you?
Very, but I've got one.
Okay, cool. Don't let him go. Scofie.
Scofie, yeah.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, first time caller too.
Nice. First time caller too, on the rocks. Nice one, man. Good to have you on board.
Thank you very much. Enjoying the show. I'm just getting back from France, just come through the channel. Yeah.
Yeah, how was France?
I had to go to Belgium, which is that's disappointing.
Belgium is disappointing. I sort of quite liked it because I went there once and got very ill and was rushed to hospital and was seen by the sexiest older doctor I've ever. She was just some woman. And also we went to. I remember in Belgium, in Brussels, going to a restaurant where all of the waitresses and all the bar staff, they were all out of work actresses and models. And
Really?
it was every nationality, every shape and size, and they were all stunning. If anyone knows this restaurant in Brussels, can you give me a call? 0845 60 60 973, where everyone who works there is an out-of-work actress or model. It is fantastic. It's a real good place. Anyway, Jules. Oh, no, he's gone. It wasn't Jules. Who was I talking to? He's just disappeared. What is going on with the phones tonight? Chris, get that fella back. He's just disappeared. I have to go to Jules now.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jules.
How are you?
I'm confused because people are dropping off like flies.
Well, I'm here.
I don't know how long you'll be here for, mate. The way it's been going, you could go any second.
Well, hold tight. I've got a couple of things for you.
Yes.
One, I know why we're not buried standing up.
Why is that?
Apparently it's to do with a mark of respect for the dead who want to be buried so that they are actually at rest and not having to stand up.
But they're dead, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's all, religion and that, it's all symbolic, isn't it?
Oh, yes, okay.
So there's that, and also...
but surely practicality outweighs religious sensibilities nowadays.
I think so, personally.
Yeah.
Personally speaking. Apparently in China, they did used to bury some warriors standing up.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, so they can still have a little bit of a fight off if they need, a little bit of kung fu if they need to.
If anyone digs their way through the ground to them and wants to fight...
They can kick the stuff out of them.
Bejesus out of them.
Yes, bejesus. A good word, bejesus.
Thank you. Also, hamburger.
Yes, you didn't invent it.
It's hamburger it's nothing to do with ham.
Oh.
It's because it came from Hamburg.
No, that's not true.
I think you'll find
No, it's not. It is not true. Hamburgers did not come from Hamburg.
Where did they come from?
Well, they're burgers made out of ham.
Yeah, but why was it called a burger? It's a hamburger, isn't it?
Because it's got ham in it. It's got nothing to do with Hamburg.
Oh.
I promise you.
I'm going to Wikipedia that.
Yeah, I'm going to go there quickly and just make sure.
Also, I've been disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it was that really disappointed me now. But anyway... I've been disappointed in lots of ways.
Jules,
not only by food.
Jules just ran out of steam there, didn't you?
I was on a rant, on a roll, and then I just lost it.
Well, Jules, listen, thank you for that. Do call again when you've got more steam in your sails.
All right.
Thank you. Of course, you wouldn't have steam in your sails. You'd have wind. Scofie's back.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Good lad. Well done.
Right. Just wonder. I always find every fast food place, like the Wimpy's or Burger King or McDonald's, you're always disappointed by what you get because the food looks so much different from the photographs up above the counter.
I know what you mean. I must admit, I'm not disappointed with the Wimpy or the Burger King or the McDonald's because you sort of know what you're going to get. You know what it's going to look like and how it's going to be. But you know when you go to like those kebab shops or those chip shops or even some low rent restaurants where they have pictures on the wall of the food.
Yeah.
And it is always colourful and bright and but those places disappoint me because it's never going to look like those pictures.
Because they buy those pictures from somewhere else.
Yeah, they do. Because they obviously there's just a central place that supplies nice looking pictures of food that you can never ever get.
You certainly can't get them at these places. But however, just to stick to what I was going to say.
Yes, Coffee.
Based on France a bit, well, quite a lot. I was really starving. I was driving across to France and stopped at one of these much better than UK service stations they have over there.
Are they good? I've heard they're excellent. The food there.
They're really good, and the photographs are fantastic too.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely starving, and I know you're vegetarian, so
go on.
I'm sorry about this.
Don't worry.
There's this fantastic picture above the counter of these two slightly browned sausages, and they look fantastic. And I was so hungry, I ordered them. So I got a glass of wine as well, sat down with these sausages, stuck the fork into one of these sausages, and the most god-awful smell came out of these sausages. And they're called andouillettes. And basically, sausages made of intestines and guts and anything that's left over from the animal.
I'll tell you what, Scofie, here we go, we'll get ready for this. That's awful.
Ah.
Do you see what I did there?
That's very awful.
Yes.
So that was not only disappointing, but it was, I had to leave everything and just lost my appetite.
I bet you did.
So it's a bit of a public service warning there. Don't go for andouillettes, they're disgusting.
Scofie, thank you for that.
A pleasure.
Cheers, boss. There we go. Let's go to Patrick quickly. Hello, Patrick.
Hello, Ian.
Hello.
Hamburgers.
Yeah.
So called because they came from Hamburg.
No, that's not true.
Why not?
Because it's not true. That is just a myth. They do not come from Hamburg.
They never contained ham in the same way that a Frankfurt comes from Frankfurt.
Okay, here's a question. Patrick,
Furt.
here's a question for you then. Here's a question. So hamburgers come from Hamburg, yeah?
Well, it was a...
You just said hamburgers come from Hamburg. Yeah, right. Where do beef burgers come from? I thank you, sir. You can't argue with that one, Patrick, because you know that completely negates what you've just told me, mate.
Where do Frankfurters come from?
No. Answer the question.
Yes.
No. Answer the question. Where does the beef burger come from?
A beef burger?
It's a burger made of beef.
It's the same as the hamburger.
No.
Yes.
No, then why is it called? Why is it called
called because a German...
I've cut him off there because he was embarrassing himself there. That was embarrassing for him, and there was no need for him to go through that. Hamburgers do not come from Hamburg. Fact. It's one of those rubbish myths. Fact. Oh, that was quite satisfying there. 0845 60 60 973. Oh, it's Dion too.
Yeah, hello.
We have to come back to you after the news, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, that's okay then.
Are you sure?
Well, as long as you've got a sort of firm stomach, yes.
I've got a very firm stomach. Are you the real Dion?
Yes, I'm the real Dion.
Well, I'm the real Dion.
Thank you for that.
Where does your front door lead? It could lead to this. Or even this.
Good evening, sir, madam. Your usual table on the terrace?
You see, using the value of your home to finance your investments is just one of the strategies that's helped thousands of Inside Track's customers build substantial property portfolios and create more than 200 property millionaires. To find out how, just call 0870 124 4613 to go to a free introductory workshop from Inside Track. It's the start of a programme to help you get the best out of property, whether that's buy-to-let, buying a second home, or even a third. How to find them, how to finance them, buying off plan, how to negotiate discounts. Over 100,000 people have already attended free workshops from the UK's leading property education specialists. Join them and see how doors open for you. Book now. Call 0870 124 4613 or go to insidetrack.co.uk.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 9:30. I'm Katie Breathwick. A man from northwest London is starting a 10-week jail term tonight, having been caught on camera doing 172 miles an hour. Tim Brady, who's from Harrow, had taken the Porsche from work without asking. Police say they hope it'll be a warning to others that they should obey the speed limit. Officers have confirmed that a body found in the New Forest is that of missing teenager Rosemary Edwards. The 15-year-old from Dibden Purlieu in Hampshire went missing following a row with her parents over something trivial. She'd stomped upstairs to her room, but when her father went to get her for breakfast the following morning, she wasn't there. Met Police are investigating a murder in broad daylight in Clapham. A man in his 20s was stabbed to death in Wandsworth Road at 4 o'clock. No one has been arrested. And Gordon Brown was given a standing ovation for his first speech to his party at the Labour conference, along with raising the minimum wage and increasing maternity leave from 6 to 9 months. He made education and health the main issues. Travel-wise, the A40 in Northolt still down to one lane, heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout. And the weather, dry with clear skies tonight, lows down to 10 Celsius. This is LBC.
When is a good deal not a good deal on car insurance?
Table 5, now! When you pay more for a policy through some of those price comparison websites than if you'd gone direct to the insurer. That's bumped!
Direct Line has always cut out the middleman, so the price you see is the price you pay. You'll only get our quotes from directline.com or our UK-only call centres.
That's better.
Direct Line, a good deal better.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
0845 6060 973.
There we go, that's the phone number. Sex and the City movie, To the Manor Born special, Rubbish Elton John, flower shows, Highgate Cemetery. We're talking a lot about cemeteries. Where do hamburgers come from? Food you found disappointing. That's a recap. We've only got 28 minutes left of the show, and suddenly the phones have gone mental, so I've got to cram it in as quickly as I can. Right, let's go to Dion too. Hello, Dion.
Hello.
Yes.
About tuna.
Yes. Oh, yes, because we had the chap phone up, says he drinks the brine from tuna.
Yeah, I thought that was really weird, because I went to a cocktail party a while ago.
Yeah.
And the guy that was running the cocktail party was ever so drunk, and he made pina coladas. Instead of putting a tin of pineapple in the blender, he put a tin of tuna in it. What? And because it was the last half bottle of Jamaican rum,
no,
we all drank
No, you
it.
didn't.
We did, because there was no more drink left.
So you drank tuna coladas?
Tuna coladas, exactly.
How rank was that?
It was very rank, and we were all ill.
Serves you right.
Well, I know, but I just thought I'd tell you.
Well, thanks, Dion, too.
Okay.
There we go.
Bye.
Bye. Paul's in Sunbury. Hello, Paul.
Hiya.
Yes.
Hi, Ian.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Yeah, it's about that hamburger you were talking about.
Yes, the hamburger.
Yeah, hamburger. It comes from that guy in Popeye that he always used to eat. You know Popeye, the cartoon character?
Yes.
There's a guy in it always used to eat, and his
Bluto.
name... I don't know what his name was.
Oh, no, his name was Wimpy.
No. His name was Hamburger.
No, his name was Wimpy.
Well, that's what he used to eat, the hamburger.
No,
Where the hamburger comes
No, his name was Wimpy. No, it was. I know. All right, what was Popeye's girlfriend called?
Olive.
Olive, what was her last name? Right, you don't remember Popeye's girlfriend's name was Olive Oil, so you're not going to remember the fact that the fat dude who ate all the burgers was called Wimpy.
No, he wasn't a fat guy. The fat guy you're talking about is Pluto. What's it, Pluto? What's his name?
Brutus.
Brutus.
No,
yeah.
but I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking of him. It's the other fat guy who ate all the burgers. Who was called Wimpy.
No, it was Hamburger.
No, he was called Wimpy.
Okay, it was called Wimpy.
Thank you. At last, we've agreed. 0845 60 60 973. How did you get the new phone number?
Talking to me.
Yes.
Like, I rang 087090909.
No, but that's the old. You can't say that. That's the old number.
Yeah, but I rang it.
I know, but it's going to work for a few more days. But
Oh, so I'll use it for a few more days.
Well, no, everyone should use 0845
Or
60
you
60 973.
Working.
Yes. Are you coming tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Is a mate of yours coming?
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, Chris, you can't get your free copy of Halo 3, I'm afraid, then. Right.
Chris has got to pay. Yeah, anyway. Do you want me to, like, speak about a topic now?
Yeah, very quickly. Literally very quickly.
Yeah, you see on takeaway photos...
The what?
The pictures of, like, burgers.
Yes. They're called takeaway photos, yes.
Yeah. I'm all excited about being on air, but who
You
like...
won't be on for too much longer, so carry on.
Yeah, look, this is a good point, yeah? Whose job is it to take photos of kebabs?
Well, there are photographers who do that, and the thing is, the kebabs and the burgers and stuff, they'll all be, like, covered with makeup to make them look brighter and tastier.
Do you know that, or are you just...
No, it's a fact. They paint food. It's
Do
like,
they?
Yeah, they paint food to make it look good. And when you see food on adverts, it's not... They've not... No, I'm not lying.
He's all lying.
No,
Yeah.
right, I'm going to cut you off now. They do. They paint the foods and make it different colours. You can't... Imagine you film ice cream in an advert. Well, you can't film ice cream because it melts because there's really hot light. So it's not ice cream. It's like cotton wool painted yellow or
It's
something.
flour and water.
What is?
Ice cream.
No, it's made of milk. Oh, for the adverts?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they do that. Or they do something like that. I'm not really sure. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone. No one has called in to say, Ian, you know what? How dare you criticise the Elton John documentary that were on at the weekend? Because it were good. No one has called in to say that, which surprises me. Because I thought everyone would have done. I thought a lot of people would have said, yeah, that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Hey, I watched Millionaires at the weekend, and there was Celebrity Millionaires. And they've changed it all now, haven't they? Where it's... You don't have the first few easy questions. You go straight to like £500, and then they've changed the markers where you got safe because it didn't used to be £64,000. You were safe 32 or 64 or something. Chris, what point were you safe on Millionaires? Was it 32 or 64?
32.
It's 50 now.
No.
Yeah, £50,000. You're safe, and then you go up from there.
Right.
But that doesn't seem right.
What then? It jumps to 100.
No, then it. I don't know.
Because it doubles.
It does double, doesn't it? Can someone phone up and tell me how Millionaires works now, what the numbers are? Anyway, I was watching it, and it was Piers Morgan with Emily Maitland. Emily Maitland works here, doesn't she? Who works here?
No one.
Oh, Emily Maitland then, who does like the news or BBC News or something. And she was wearing the most unflattering dress I have ever seen in my life. She's quite a pretty girl, but she's quite skinny, and so she was wearing this dress that was like strapless, and it was kind of trying to push her boobs up, but she was really hunched forward, so she looked ill. Very unpleasant. I don't know what I'm talking about that for. It's not that interesting. Casey.
No, it's Cassie.
Sorry, Cassie. I do apologise.
That's okay.
What can I do for you?
I just wanted to give all your listeners a little tip.
Oh, please do.
On how to get rid of spiders, because, you know, Ian, I've got a really bad phobia with spiders.
Yes.
And this is the time of the year that they sort of come in the house.
Yes, of course they do. There was a spider in my car today. I was driving along.
Are you frightened of them?
Terrified.
Are you?
I am. I hate them. There's a spider in my car today, and it was hanging down from my rear view mirror, and I looked over and it was there, and I panicked, and I had to hit it.
Well, I'm petrified of them,
Yeah.
so I'm going to give everyone a little tip. What you do is you put conkers in all corners of your room.
You do what?
Conkers from the conker tree.
Yes.
And then spiders don't come in your house if you've got conkers in your house.
That is...
So it does work because I never get a spider in my house now.
That is absolute nonsense.
Really?
Conkers in the corner of your room?
Yeah, you just put them sort of in the corners and it stops the spiders from actually coming in.
How?
I don't know. It's probably an old wives' tale, but it actually does work. It does for me anyway.
I think it may be coincidence that it's
You
worked.
think so?
I would have thought so.
Anyway, I thought I'd just share.
Well, Cassie, I tell you what, I'm going to get my producer, Agent Chris, to do that for a month.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens.
See what happens, because it does actually work for me, and
Nice
I'm
one.
sure it will for everybody else.
Thank you,
Anyway, I
Cassie.
think you're a really funny guy on the radio.
But on the telly, not
I've never seen
so
you on the
good.
TV, but I think you are so funny.
Well, Cassie, listen, thank you very, very much for that.
That's okay.
We will try the conker remedy.
All right, then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What a fruitcake. What a fruit. Conkers aren't going to keep spiders out. How does that work? It's like they've got some, like, wicked anti-spider vibe. The spider's going, can't. Chris, you've got to do that for a month.
Where am I going to get conkers?
From a conker tree. There's some in my street.
Bring them in.
All right, I'll bring some conkers in. I've got to bring... Oh, you got to bring in a blank video for me tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, I fixed a video at the weekend, man. This is so geeky. Sunday night, this is what I'm doing Sunday night instead of working, right? My girlfriend's got this video, and it's cine film of her when she's like a kid, but put onto video. And it's been on video for years, but it's all got chewed up.
Is that like a projector?
Well, no, but it's a video. But it's the cine film, but it's been put onto video cassette. But the tape's all chewed up, and after a bit it didn't work. And there's a bit of her, it's like 5-year-old, doing ballet. And it's all got chewed up, so it didn't work. It's the funniest thing, man. It's the funniest thing. This is. I'm going to do some ballet for it. This is the ballet, right? Right. Bearing in mind, my legs aren't going to move, okay?
Yeah.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. She's just pointing to the ground and counting. It's the best thing. I love it. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Sounds rubbish to me.
No, don't say that, because she's listening. Don't say that. It's the funniest thing. But so what I did... It's a really boring story. I don't even know what I'm telling you. Anyway, so I said, I'll fix it. I will fix the video for you. So I unscrewed the video cassette with tiny little screwdriver. I used to do this when I was about 12. I did this once. I bought a Squeeze Greatest Hits on video, but the video had been cut. So I took it out, fixed it with a bit of sellotape, copied it, then took it back. Anyway, don't condone that. It's very bad. So I took the video out, opened up my Pretty in Pink video cassette, the film. This is the film. It's all right. It's not rude. It's film. Because I broke the first case, took out Pretty in Pink. Never going to watch it again. Pretty in Pink, isn't she? Threw that away. Then put the video in there, fixed it, straightened it all out. It works perfectly.
Perfect.
So what I'm saying is, if anyone wants me to fix videos, I can do it. When this gig goes pear-shaped, and it will one day, I'll say something wrong, or, you know, the Globo... Something will happen. When it goes wrong, I'm going to be a video cassette player, video cassette fixer. That's what I'm going to be.
I've got a problem with my video cassette.
What's wrong with it?
When you rewind,
yes,
it only does very, very fast rewind, and not just the kind of the slow rewind.
That's your recorder you're talking about?
Yes.
I can't do that. I can do... no. I can only do the cassettes. I can't do the recorders. Sorry about that.
Well, you're not going to last long.
Probably not, am I? It's a very niche market. Mark!
Hello.
Hello, Mark. Anything wrong with your video cassettes?
Sorry? No, I don't have any of them.
Okay.
They're DVDs.
Oh, he's very 21st century, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Anyway, Mark, what can I do for you?
Right, hamburgers.
Yeah, they're not from Hamburg, are they?
No. But there's two stories to it.
Okay.
First one.
2 stories to every side.
1885.
What?
Right, in 1885.
Oh, God, it's like a history lesson.
Some geezer named Charles Nagreen
Yes.
invented a hamburger, and he was from Wisconsin.
Right.
But he had a dispute with another two people, the Mendes brothers, who are from Hamburg in New York City.
Right.
And that's where they'll come from.
Mark?
Hello.
Oh, yeah, he's still there. Right, so... so it's from a bloke called Charles Nagreen?
Yeah, Nagreen.
Nagreen.
N-A-G...
How do you know this, Mark?
Well, on the internet.
Oh, OK, fair play. Well done. So they're not from Hamburg?
No. But one of them, there is a place called Hamburg, New York.
Right.
In New York
But
City.
why did he call them hamburgers?
No, they only named it. He just made it up. A guy from Wisconsin.
Right.
He got fed up with, he wanted to cook some pork balls, and they wouldn't stick together, so he just mashed them together.
Mush it up!
Yeah, just mashed them together.
Mush it up!
Yeah. He just mashed it.
Mush it up!
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying that every time you say mashed, so I'd stop saying mashed if I were you.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah.
But the other two, over in New York,
Okay. The question is, why do they call them hamburgers?
they just named it after the place where the Mendes brothers done it.
So, but surely it's a burger out... No, they didn't!
What?
No, they didn't name it because of that.
They did.
Oh, right, I'm getting so many emails telling me... Right, Mark, listen, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for that. No, it's a burger made out of ham. What are people not getting here? I'm actually losing my temper. Chris?
I thought a hamburger was...
You be careful what you say here, because I'm losing my temper, and all I have to do is come through that door and you're within striking distance.
I thought a hamburger...
Yes.
...was a burger in a bun without sesame seeds. And a beef burger had sesame
Play the travel music. He's going to come and get a wallet. What?
No, it's a travel music, If you're heading into Norfolk on the A40, still no change on the situation there, as it has been pretty much all afternoon and throughout today, really. Down to one lane heading into town between the Polish War Memorial and the Target roundabout after a diesel spill there. Earlier on today, the road was completely closed and it has caused massive problems. In fact, still even now, looking fairly slow coming in from the Denham roundabout, but the resurfacing works have now got underway there finally. The M25 looks slow anti-clockwise between 27 and 26 in Patchula between M11 and Waltham Abbey because of an accident there. The North Circular Road has two lanes blocked southbound at Neaston, and that's causing big delays back to Brent Cross. Had a few calls on that in the last half an hour. And Golders Green Road in Golders Green still closed both ways between Armitage Road and Ravenscroft Road following a fire there. Wandsworth Road in Clapham remains closed both ways between Lambourne Road and North Street because of a police incident. And in West Kensington, the traffic lights are out on the A4 just by North End Road, causing delays heading out of town from Gloucester Road. On the tubes, delays on the Hammersmith and City, Jubilee and Circle lines. And a reminder, the Victoria line is suspended again after 10 tonight for planned engineering works. LBC 97.3 travel. There's more throughout the evening.
Steve Allen. He loves talking about celebrities.
Oi, fat bird. Smug git, you're a minger. Bit of a dipstick. Scum lowlife. She's too old. Fat boy fat. Tight-fisted so-and-so. Jug ears. As stupid as I think you are. Too snooty. I think they should take him out and hang him. Nasty little piece of work. Really is a moose. You need brains first, love. She is a minger. Dreadfully boring.
So just who is he talking about? Find out weekday mornings from 5, LBC 97.3.
Stop missing out. Earn money while you sleep. Discover how at the free Internet Success Bootcamp. A dozen internet millionaires will be sharing their secrets and showing you how to copy their systems to start making money online within hours. Register now for our fun 3-day London seminar on the 28th to the 30th of September at internetsuccesstickets.com and claim your free online business. Attend for free and turn your life around. That's internetsuccesstickets.com. See you there.
If you've recently set up in business, think of all the ways it could benefit from a £20,000 injection. Register your business at lbc.co.uk today and you could enter a competition to win £20,000 with James Max, courtesy of Lloyds TSB, the #1 bank for business startups. Conditions apply. The £20,000 business competition with James Max. Sunday afternoon from 5 with Lloyds TSB for The Journey at LBC 97.3. LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Oh, dear. It's the last 12 minutes of the show. It's a new phone number, 0845 60 60 973. That's the number now. The old one is still around, but it won't be for much longer, and it's kind of just in parallel. So don't forget that one. Forget it. 0845 60 60 973 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call and get on the air in the last few minutes of the show to talk about either Elton John, cemeteries, burying people, disappointing foods. A portobello burger is not a burger, it's just a mushroom in a bap. What the hell is that about? Oh, there's all this stuff we didn't do as well. We'll have to do this. I'm not in tomorrow. It's Mark Dolan who's in for me. But I mean, say hello to Mark for me, will you please, Chris? I do know Mark ever so slightly. He's a nice lad.
Sure.
But we'll do all these on Wednesday. And no one has called in. Philip, you must be a fan of To the Manor Born.
Oh, well, I remember it. I thought it was a very, it was when you felt, you wanted something really light.
Yeah, light, not funny, not interesting at all, just
it was
light.
mildly amusing.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a terrible, wasn't a bad series. Don't get me wrong, but it was not a great series.
Mm.
Although a lot of people loved it.
Well, they're making a Christmas special.
Yeah, I heard about that this morning. Yes.
What's the point? What is the point?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they want to, they keep saying that we got these memories. We want all these old series back.
No, we
But
don't.
do we?
No, we don't at all.
Memories aren't true, they say, don't they?
Who say that?
Well, no, I mean, people say that
remember.
your memories aren't true. When you see it again, that
You saying that someone's infiltrated my memories?
No, they're just saying that your memories of shows,
Yes.
that when you see them again all these years later, sometimes, they're not as you remember them.
Right, I see what you mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The reason I rang Ian, LBC was on the television tonight.
Oh, sweet as a
Well, what it was,
nut. What have we done now?
I come back from the fish shop, and I switched on the television, and they had the very, very first Minder from 1979 on. Yeah, Gunfire at the OK Laundrette.
Okay.
And who came on the radio?
Steve Allen.
Douglas Cameron.
Douglas Cameron.
LBC, where news comes first.
Oh, and it will again.
Yeah, I know he'd done one for the Sweeney. I know Douglas was in the Sweeney,
Right.
reading the news, but I didn't know he was in Minder.
Well.
Yeah, it sort of brought the old memories back for 1979. I know you've got a lot on here. Can I just say one quick thing?
Philip, we haven't got that much on, I'll be honest.
Oh, just one very quick thing. I know you've got thousands and thousands of Australian listeners.
Yes, we have.
Geelong and Port Adelaide are in the grand final next Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Aussie rules.
Aussie rules. Oh, we used to have a guy called Wally Dingo. Who used
I
to
heard
phone
about
up
it. Funny enough, I saw him the other day. He was in one of these pubs, and
the walkabout.
Aussie theme pub.
Yeah. We like a bit of Wally Dingo.
He was eating a kangaroo pie.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I said to him, "How you getting on?" He said, "All right."
Well, do send him.
He asked me to pass on his regards.
We'll send our best to him, Philip. Won't
I
we?
will do.
Cheers, boss.
Okay.
See you later. Bye bye. He was keen to get away. I think Philip had a woman waiting. He was very keen to get away. Andy.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Andy. Sorry to keep you waiting.
No problem.
What can I do for? Why are we shouting? What can I do for you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I just wanted to. By the way, long live Philip and long live Betty.
Long live them both.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on what Rupert was saying a little while ago. There's a very prestigious cemetery in the middle of Paris, and you got like famous people in there.
I've been there. You got Mozart and Jim Morrison.
Yeah, and you've got like Maurice Chevalier's in there.
Oh, right.
But because it's very sought after place to go in relation to the next world.
Yes.
People are buried in the way that Rupert said.
Oh, standing up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. I mean, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I suppose it depends on the individual, doesn't it?
Have you ever been to that cemetery? Because I've been there.
Yeah, I've been to it. Yeah, it's right in the centre of Paris, and there's
Yeah.
I think there's a few French presidents and what have you in there, famous film stars.
Have you? But have you seen Jim Morrison from The Doors? Have you seen his grave? What? Have you seen Jim Morrison's grave?
No, I have. Who's Jim Morrison?
From The Doors. Can't you know that it would be untrue? Come on, babe.
Little thing, Ian. We'll have a little thing.
Can you hear me? Is he listening?
Right. He was right about Wimpy.
What? He was the man from Popeye.
Yeah. He was Popeye's mate.
Yes, I don't think he could hear me. Except when he wanted to. Jim Morrison's grave it's just full of hippies smoking dope round it. Oh, God, man. It was only some fat singer who died in the bath from some rubbish blues band. That's it. It's not God. It's one of the most overrated bands in the world. Avril.
Good evening.
Good evening, Avril.
Hamburger.
Yes.
I have just looked this up in the Oxford Reference Dictionary.
Okay.
And it says a flat round cake of minced beef, served fried, often eaten in a bread roll. German, from the city of Hamburg.
It's wrong.
Well, that's what the Oxford Reference Dictionary says.
Do you not suppose that maybe the Oxford Reference Dictionary could actually be wrong?
Well, I don't think so.
Well, I think it can be. It's definitely wrong on this instance. It has nothing to do with Hamburg.
As you say.
Avril, I appreciate you.
So.
I'm not telling you off. I'm not. Oh, don't cry, Avril.
I'm not crying. I'm laughing.
Oh, I'm so. I thought I made an old woman cry. I'm so sorry, Avril. But thank you for researching it for me.
That's quite all right.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Bye bye. It could be wrong. The Oxford. You know. Isn't that where not Midsummer Murders? Where's Midsummer Murders? Is that Wessex? Is Wessex a real place? Wessex isn't a real place. That's in Hardy, Thomas Hardy.
I thought it was where they filmed Summer Wine.
Chris made himself laugh there with his own stupidity. How dumb is that? Albert.
Yes, sir. I've got a reference from the Universal...
Hang on a minute. This is... You're Avril, who was just on, putting on a funny voice.
No, it's my age. I could be your grandpapa. But never mind. Let me read you this Universal Dictionary.
Please do.
Reference
Not the
of
whole
a
thing.
hamburger.
Yes.
A cake of minced beef.
Yes.
Cooked by frying or grilling.
Delicious.
Then the other meaning, a sandwich consisting of such a cooked patty inside a roll.
Patty?
In the USA, it's minced beef, short for hamburger, from the city of Hamburg.
Yeah, well, that's right. I've got to go.
Yes, and this is 20 years old, this dictionary.
Exactly, so you should get a more modern one that's got the more recent definition. Why are we arguing about hamburgers?
Big blue crosses. Nowadays it seems those ghastly things are everywhere because somewhere somebody always seems to be having a sale. But at the Curtain Factory outlet there's never a blue cross to be seen and never a sale sign in sight because all their designer name curtain and upholstery fabric sells for just $6.99 a metre, excluding VAT. Day in, day out. The Curtain Factory outlet, Ballards Lane, North Finchley. Call 0208 492 0093. VAT inclusive price $8.21 per metre.
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Okay, well, it's really motoring towards the end of the show. Paul! Evening.
Nice to hear you back again, Iain. It's good to hear you've gone full-time again.
Yeah, well, I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Yes!
Well, how come you've gone part-time?
Well, because I use up... Now, I get Christmas, but I'm using up my holiday. Instead of, like, having 3 weeks here and 2 weeks there, I'm just using up day at a time.
You do a 2 to 4 day week.
Well, but also, I'm doing TV stuff, which is good for LBC as well, because it means they get a little bit more publicity. But it's
Good for you as well.
Well, it's actually... everyone's a winner, Paul. Everyone is a winner.
Well, we're not, because we miss you.
Well, you got Mark Dolan tomorrow. He's very nice.
Mark Boner? I thought he died.
No, Mark Dolan. From T-Rex? Right, go on, what do you want? I've made myself laugh now. Well, that's something.
Yeah.
Yes, Paul, we haven't got much time now.
Oh, yeah, just quickly. Hamburger didn't come from Hamburg.
No.
It's Frankfurters came from Frankfurt, but via a bunch of Jewish immigrants
Yes.
that hit America from Germany when the Nazis were all sort of doing funny walks and things in Germany and upsetting people.
Yes.
And they went over there, because I heard a big programme about it.
Paul, stay there. Paul, stay there. Richard claims he can do his point in 20 seconds. Richard, your time starts now.
Hi, Ian. Good evening. Just a quick one. I was listening to you on the way home, and you were talking about taking pictures of takeaway food, and you said ice cream, and I just thought, well, I just want to say something. Ice cream is actually made out of mashed potato when you see it in pictures in magazines and so on and so forth.
Excellent, that was 20 seconds precisely. Paul, we'll get the rest of your point after this. I think I am turning into a very, very old man.
My cousin got married in Cranfield Church. That's the little church.
Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, back to my story. I went and bought a flapjack and I
What
went
an
to try and
idiot
buy
I
some
am.
down, but they'd sold out. It's a really boring story. I don't even know what I'm telling you.
I watch all TV sexy bits.
Walking through the park and cups of coffee, or do I just go out and get back?
54 minutes to get it wrong. That's not bad going.
I'm appalled with you. I'm disgusted, Ian.
It's an old English expression, isn't it?
It's Worcester sauce.
I left it all chunky.
I can't wait for Sex and the City to pick up on the big screen. It's what I have been waiting for.
Guilty pleasure. It was all hard and horrible,
Yeah.
and there was a pea in it.
Yeah, I had to go to Belgium, which is that's disappointing.
You be careful what you say here, because I'm losing my temper, and all I have to do is come through that door, and you're within striking distance.
Spiders don't come in your house if you've got conkers in your house.
They scrape your face off.
Brought the old memories back for 1979.
Light, not funny, not interesting at all, just light. I thank you. I thank you, sir. Good one, Andy. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Paul. Yeah, very quickly.
Very quickly, disappointing food. Lobster, and Chris told me I couldn't say the brand name, but a certain motorway...
No. Right, OK, well, thank you for flagging up that you were about to say something you couldn't say. Very quickly, line one, go on.
Ian's going to show...
Oh, what's he... How did he sneak through? Right, OK, that's it. Oh, hang on a second. Line 4, yes?
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
I'd like to know why exactly... why do you think that the word hamburger comes from Hamburg? It doesn't come from Hamburg. I mean...
No, it doesn't. I know it doesn't come from Hamburg.
Yeah, but
Thank you. Right, OK, well, we agree on something. What? OK, Andy, thank you for that. Agent Chris, thank you for that. Mark Dolan is in for me tomorrow. Clive Bully's up next. Don't forget the new phone number, 0845 60 60 973. That's it. Ta-ta.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 10, caught doing 172 miles an hour, Britain's fastest speeder is jailed for 10 weeks. Body found in Hampshire's identified as that of missing 15-year-old. And Gordon Brown sets out his stall at the Labour Party conference. It's 10 o'clock. I'm Katie Breathwick.